Okay, so we did Mythos. Now
There
we're
we
live.
go.
Nice.
All right, there's your mouse.
I got a mouse.
Oh, we forgot to add the chat layover. It's at the top. In the chat.
Well, hold on a
box.
second. No, they moved that. There it is.
No, it's right there.
There we go.
There.
Now people will be able to see what's what in the chat, anyways.
You make sure the computer's muted.
Ash is going to make sure her computer's muted. So welcome, everybody. We have the esteemed Mythos from Frost and Fist. He does have merchandise. You really should buy some.
Where the hell are my
or
glasses?
else. How's that sound, Mythos?
That sounds great.
I can't find my
works.
glasses.
So now she thinks she needs her glasses to see. I don't know. So this will be an interesting show. We're just going to hang out and chit chat like normal. Some things I was going to bring up is, well, on the table back here, we're getting set up to do an Alpha Strike game since we got all of our battletech stuff, 2 weeks ago or whatever. But we got this set up, and then I don't know what you think, Mythos, but we're going to kind of do an introductory game.
Nice.
And put that up. Like, I know there's a lot of people that play it, but there's also a lot of people who don't play it.
Well, that's good. I've got a lot of minis coming, but I don't know how to play. So,
really? Do you have? Well, you have this, don't you? Or do you not? Do you do BattleTech?
I mean, I am. I'll be starting BattleTech soon, but I haven't played yet.
Oh, okay.
My one of my best friends got into one of the starter or the Kickstarter packs, which is like 30 something models.
So he's giving you some?
Yeah. Well, the deal is I get 2 packs out of his Kickstarter, and then I'll be painting up both sets of minis for us all.
So I actually was rolling her chair behind me.
No, I want it on. It's just I didn't want it blowing right on me.
Oh, okay. So I missed what
Hey,
you said.
Telecast and Charles.
Yeah. Hello, you guys. We got Mythos on today. And he's here. So now you guys have something to look at other than me.
Hey.
And he's got a cat.
What's that supposed to mean?
Nothing. Just it was just something Cece said. She's staring at me. Oh well. Anyways, just disregard that.
Put the shovel down for now, Greg.
Yeah, we'll just sometimes
Take a damn
my brain doesn't work correctly.
Yeah, we ended up reprinting another one.
Nice.
These
Also,
are nice dice towers.
Friendly Neighborhood Inquisitor, Who Took My Dice, Steve, and also Telemachus on our side.
Ooh.
He's cheating on us. Telemachus!
What? Oh, did he say
he
higher?
jumped over in Mythos'
Yeah,
chat.
no, that's okay.
Dual support.
There you go. That's what you do. You bounce around a little. We're good. Hello, Steve, from Who Took My Dice, if you're there.
I see how it is, Steve.
No, it's all good. Everybody's
That's why
there.
we do it.
That's what I like about this. It lets us split the stream up real nice, so it works.
Oh, yeah.
Lucas says he's everywhere.
That's a little scary.
I thought I saw a shadow outside the window the other day, but I figured it was just Keegan peeping in. So didn't know it was Lucas.
Who Took My Dice, Steve says, we all know that Greg is the hot one.
Well, thank you, Stephen. I appreciate that. Don't say it in front of Keegan, but I appreciate it. So anyways, you were saying your friend's giving you a couple of. So you don't have a BattleTech starter box, then, do you?
No. So he got a I think the Kickstarter comes with 5. What are the boxes called? They're called like
salvage boxes.
Yeah. There's a word for the groups. Lances. 5 lances.
Oh yeah, lance and stars. Tom, because he's the game police. He was everywhere.
Yeah. And I'm getting 2 of those lances, and plus he gave me 1 other lance, so we're gonna have like 3 and 3. And then
oh wow, he ordered a lot. Then he must have ordered a big chunk of them.
And then in exchange for that, I'm doing the painting on all of them.
Oh, you're gonna have to do something you love in exchange for models.
Right, I know. It's a sticky situation.
That's terrible, Mythos, but I'm going to support you in that terrible decision. That's the way to do it. Nobody said our therapy was for your benefit. It's just to help the addiction along.
Oh, Charles is traveling. He's in the car with his daughter getting stuff for their party home in 5.
Oh, cool. If you're going to have a party, we
That was great for us.
We don't have bell money, Charles, so kind of on your own. Probably a party for one of his granddaughters.
Probably.
Yeah.
That's about that time. We just had our 8-year-old now grandson's party yesterday, and the next Saturday we have Asher's.
Yeah.
Another grandson.
There's just too many. Once you get a couple of kids going, it's forget the names. It's like, hey, you.
Pretty much. Can't keep them straight ever.
It's always fun when you call out the wrong one's name and then you fix it with the wrong one's name, and then you try a third name and then you get to the right name.
And that scenario exactly is where it's bad, especially if it's you're doing this with your wife. See, you call your wife the wrong name, then your ex's name, and so on. That's just a theory.
You have done it.
Oh, do you think I did that on accident or on purpose to irritate you? She doesn't know.
He's still alive, so it ain't killing.
That's only because I'm on video and you don't want to take the chance. Well, when you get your getting a Care Bear cake, he might be Telemachus. I mean, is it really? Can you look at a Care Bear and take a knife to it though? I don't know.
And the inside is red velvet.
That is just wrong.
Red velvet cake with a raspberry jelly filling. Well, now we're in the wrong.
I say yeah.
So,
You just made it completely wrong.
oh, that model you printed out, you want to show that off.
We did last.
No, not that one.
This one, yeah.
Did you?
Yeah.
Now that it's done?
Yeah, it's primed. I just gotta paint it.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's a pretty complicated one.
And Greg talked me into putting a jumper up on, or whatever, the backpack
It's a jump pack.
up on the back of it.
You got
So
to make him an official Marine.
he's not all of them have it. What about your captains and
He's not a
lieutenants?
captain. He's just some crazy dude with a
Says
sword
who?
and a pistol. Well, I don't know.
Says who?
You can let him do whatever you want. It's your model. Some of the stuff got, yeah, we are savages. It's just like, oh my God, savages. So, and that's just on the subject of birthdays. We'll let it go there, but you know.
Well, next month we got our soon-to-be daughter-in-law, and then our son, and then their wedding the month after.
Yeah.
So we got a lot of things coming up.
Busy.
Busy. Not as relaxed as your cat, though. He's just too chilled out.
Yeah,
So,
when I'm doing a show, or if I'm sitting here watching, I've been watching The Rookie on Hulu at my desk here, or if I'm playing a video game like Overwatch or Baldur's Gate, he's going to be here, laying on my stomach, and I got to recline the chair back and try to play like this with the mouse and keyboard, and he does that.
Rearrange itself.
Yeah, he keeps repositioning himself so I can't see the game while I'm trying to play. And by the time he finishes moving, I've usually died. And he likes to unplug my headset when he moves around.
Well, at least he knows he's loved. Look at that.
Oh, yeah.
He's all comfy.
He and his brother are
Yep, I'm
definitely
just
my
gonna
type
move.
of house.
Screw you.
I bet he'd go with you if he could sneak on the plane with you, huh?
It's funny because
Your emotional support.
my little rolling suitcase, whenever I've got it standing up and roll, in like it's ready to roll mode, getting ready to go out the door, he and his brother like climb up on it and just lay there like, you're gonna have to take me with you.
Dang. Cats are kind of funny creatures sometimes. So.
Sometimes.
Wow, Charles, got a lot going on there, Mythos. Your whole evening's going to be taken up. You have an inflatable pool party.
Hell yeah, where's our invite?
It might take a minute to get
I
there.
know. About 18 hours.
Fire up the Stargate.
Oh yeah, Stargate. It'll take no time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or
I'll see if
or
I can.
whatever the teleporter from Sliders was.
They had one on Temu, but I wasn't sure if we should buy it for $1. I was wondering about the safety aspects of taking matter and disintegrating it.
Yeah, reforming.
But I figured for 99 cents, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. What do you got to lose? I'll send Keegan through first.
Pretty
Yeah.
much. That sounds good to me.
If Keegan said he's going to try and stop by, that's why I'm.
We'll have to add that to the list of things you don't buy from Temu or Wish. No clothes and no teleporters.
No
Inflatable pools and cats don't mix. Hello, Keegan.
They do if you get like a little floaty for the cat.
Beam me up, Scotty.
Friendly Neighborhood Inquisitor says, Mythos, apparently my cat thought yours had the right idea. He just climbed up in my lap, or she just climbed up in my lap while I was trying to paint. Oh, yeah, that's another time he and his brother like to hop up in my lap, is while I'm painting.
While you're trying to paint?
When I try to paint, she's up in our dog. She'll have her head up under my arm. Usually, right now she's passed out. We have the 2-year-old granddaughter here, so she got wound down.
If they climb on my lap, then I can still paint a little bit. If they climb on my stomach, then it's just like, well, I guess I'm done painting for now.
Yeah.
Oh, I think my wife took a picture last night. I was trying to play Overwatch like this, and I had him right here on my stomach, and his brother was in my lap, and he kept pushing, switching positions to get comfortable. He kept pushing my keyboard tray further and further back. So I was sitting there trying to stretch out as far as possible and still play without waking the cats. It's funny.
That's a good picture. You keep that one because that would be cool.
David, you're never late to the party, so don't worry about it.
Is this a party? Not a party till someone breaks a chair.
Shut up.
Oh.
Stop bringing that up, damn it. That's for anyone who wants to join. Keegan, Charles, David,
I think
Tomacus.
You got to go in the opposite direction, Ashley. Instead of running from it, what you need to do is find a funny way to capture that in like a clip art. And you guys can make merch out of that.
No! I don't want my freaking face all over the place.
Gamers with coffee. It's not a party until someone breaks a chair. I like it. Let's get that on a coffee mug.
This is why you need coffee, so you don't fall out your chair at work. And then what is she doing? She's leaning back in this new one. And granted,
I'm not leaning back that far.
But no. Now I'm getting paranoid, especially when I screwed up and laughed first. And really didn't mean to.
Liar. You're such a bad liar.
I knew you were okay when it happened so fast, but I knew you were okay.
You sure?
I was a bit concerned about the model.
Yeah.
Okay. To be fair, though, if you look at the clip, he gasped first. So there was a little shock and concern.
Hey.
Of course, then he laughed at you.
Hey, David.
You're there, David.
I think he's trying to set his up now, too.
Crystal thinks it's a good slogan.
Bite me, Crystal.
Charles says pepperoni pizza and cheese. Hey, Costco has good pizza. So good.
Hey, I'm just saying you guys are going to make a lot of money off that merch. And,
Well, we got to get people to buy our stuff first.
Yeah, we don't really advertise the site, I guess. We probably should.
I think that's a cup people will buy.
The best part of waking up is not falling out of your chair or something, and you going backwards like clip art. Yeah, we could, I guess. We'll have to figure something out. But so it was Brian who came up with the chair versus human title because he says, just snip it, Greg, and then toss. I'm not quite sure what to title it, and maybe more much I'll call it this and throw it out there and use it as like a promotion thing. But it was, I don't know, I think my video card screws up once in a while, and that's why that was all a little blurry or whatever. I don't know, or maybe my camera's not, or something's off.
I don't know if I can actually screenshot that.
Charles says you need to check your chair and inspect it. So Mitos here has been traveling all over the country, doing all sorts of stuff, and was kind enough to stop by and say hi on our show. And he brought his cat for National Cat Day, or it's just the cat feels entitled. He's like, my owner is my couch.
I also appreciate the opportunity you guys letting me on the show today, since I wasn't home to stream on Friday night. I kind of get to do a makeup stream hanging out with these wonderful gamers with coffee.
Yeah. Well, thank you. But when you're doing that kind of a schedule, Mythos, everybody understands. Plus, you keep everybody posted. Hey, I can't do it tonight. So everybody waits for you. I mean, you haven't lost anybody because we all know you're working. David, can you hear us?
I can hear you. Yeah.
There you go. Whoa, we can hear you now. Okay.
Good afternoon, David.
Hello.
What did Crystal say?
Oh my God, my daughter says she'd buy that for the kids. They'd love a cup with Grandma's face on it.
That's
We're just kind of dinging around, David. We have no clear direction today. And normally we schedule not to have a clear direction, but today it's
I say we've never actually had a quote clear direction.
Yeah.
Ever. We're going to say we want to talk about this, and then depending on who's in the chat is how far it goes.
But at least it's not boring most of the time. So what are you working on, David?
Oh my goodness.
Well, let me show you. Basically got my new area set up. So that's nice.
Oh, did you?
So
Yeah,
I
you're
got everything running through OBS. So let's see here. I can switch this. So I'm working on a kill team for the current edition, which is soon to be the old edition.
Poor Mythos.
I can't move.
That's really nice. What edition, I'm sorry, was that, David?
The current one, which is going to be the old edition. Very shortly.
That's right, because
the swarm,
the Scions versus Vespids, that's going to be the launch for the new edition.
Yeah, I seen it advertised, the little Warhammer clip, from them, but I was like, it didn't really strike my interest. It's more insects. They're flying around. Ashley might like it. You'd have to watch the trailer that they got for it, but.
Oh, those Scions with the jump packs. If you're still interested in Imperial Guard, those Scions are part of the Imperial Guard.
Oh, are they?
Mm-hmm.
See, I did not know. Well, the Imperial Guard I looked at too long ago. Just the Space Marines, I don't know.
Clint gave you a bunch of them, so you stuck with them, and you kind of fell in love with them.
No, and then we bought the Indominus box, and then we bought the starter kit and all the other stuff. Yep. So now I have more than enough Space Marines. I need to just get, like I said, more equipment, but I also need to play more than a little bit.
That's fair.
So, but once you get your battletech stuff, Mythos, done, we could all game. Yeah, David, see on the table behind us, David, recognize those trees. There's the Alpha Strike set.
Nice.
So we're going to do an introduction game, David, and then when we put it up, it'll be, I know a lot of people know how to play it, but we're going to do it like for people who know nothing about it, just put it up, a short little introduction and the sample game. What's the name of it?
Meet and greet.
It's the meet and greet game. It's to get you going on it.
Excellent.
Yeah.
That'll be fun.
And then the minis get painted during Mini War Muds challenge.
Yeah, so go ahead, Brian. Say that you see naked miniatures.
He's not there yet.
No, but I guarantee he's going to make a comment.
He said they don't roll very well when they're not painted. I'm like, you could have the most beautiful figure on the board and roll like crap. Like it doesn't, I don't think it affects it.
I thought if you just finish painting your miniature, they die. Like the first thing.
That is true.
I've
Newly
never
painted model
tampered
syndrome.
with any of your miniatures yet.
Newly painted model syndrome is a thing.
Well,
Especially if it's a big model you're proud of. You're like, Oh man, check out my new tank. Boom. Well, yeah, it's gone.
I'm really proud of this model that you sent me there, Mythos. Mythos did that.
I'm
And
so glad you like it,
the
brother.
Gilliman, yeah, a few times I have fielded him. He's pretty devastating.
Shut up.
Ashley doesn't like it, and Keegan literally thinks it's unfair if I fight against him with it. So
He's got
I'm
like 16 freaking health.
he's so nice. I don't keep him in the box with the others. I keep him right here on my shelf, just above the monitor, where I can see all the time.
Yeah, it's also where all our coffee cups everyone has. Yours, Mini War Mutts, on for Advantage, and our new one from Linksters.
So
Yeah, but that's Aries Games.
when
But it's from his channel though.
Yeah.
when I was painting yours, I wasn't playing Ultramarines at the time. But after painting yours and starting Ultramarines of my own, I was like, okay, now I have to get one. So
Oh, you
Yeah.
got another Gilliman?
yep.
You did a hell of a job on. I like the effects you did on the sword.
Thank you.
That's one thing I never got into being able
I think
to
that's more. I don't know if I can even do that. Just hand painting. I think I'll have to get a actual spray gun to do some of those effects that I see people do.
It's
You
a
know,
great.
Mythos, I see her going to Harbor Freight and Tool and getting a car sprayer.
I
it's a
have a
great-
little freaking sprayer. We just don't have a room that's
compressor.
able to be vented very good.
Yeah, definitely don't do like I do and just airbrush in the corner of your house and breathe it all in. I mean, not that I do that.
That's why you're giggly all the time.
I can tell
Paint
you,
fumes.
I can tell you that color tastes exactly like this. Yeah.
You know, I was getting, I realized that by brush licking, I can only consume so much paint. So with the airbrush, I can get it directly
David's
into my.
I think we've all licked a paintbrush or two.
I can honestly say I have never accidentally done it, but I have seen people do it.
I have been
Shows.
painting, get in the groove of it, and forget that it's paint. There's paint on it, and just stick it in your mouth. I've done it.
Some people they claim that they mix up their paint water and their tea or coffee water.
I've done that.
But I just say that dilutes the experience. When you lick the brush, you're getting straight contact.
Yep.
So the best advice would be to hold it under your tongue for better absorption.
There you go.
I don't know. I can see you putting it in the wrong cup.
I've done that. It's like, damn it! Oh, screw it.
I could see that. But what's your coffee taste like?
Red, blue.
You mean like Red 40? No, Corn Red from Games Workshop.
Yeah, right.
Corn red. Well, that's probably a good idea, Tom, because he says he keeps all implements away from his mouth at all times.
Fair enough.
Good idea. Good idea.
He's so strict on that policy, not even a corn dog is going near his mouth.
I mean, he's probably one that would actually bite into it or something.
It's a corn dog on a stick. You gotta watch out for the stick. Necrons don't come back as much as, huh?
Oh, that is a load of bull there, Keegan.
Oh, he's saying the Necrons don't even come back
Gilliman
as much
gets
as
back
Gilliman.
one time, and he comes back with like 6 health. Your Necrons, try to bring back every single turn.
Yeah,
so your Necrons come back more. Just you suck at rolling.
Man, that was a burn, bro. You got burned.
It's the truth.
Who took my dice, Steve? Have a great evening, everyone. I've got lots to do, and I got to go. Much love to you all. He just got back from,
Steven.
I think, a 4-day weekend at a cottage out in the wild. But man, I know the packing, the driving back, the unpacking. He's going to need a day off from his days off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, that's nice that he gets to get out and get away. I think Steve deserves a break.
Charles.
keeps a plastic lid on his coffee cup to keep the flies and the paintbrush out.
That's pretty smart.
That is smart. Oh my gosh. I sat down with a cup of coffee to play some Overwatch just last night. And, the flies here in Texas get really ridiculous in the summer. And so, you try and keep them out as much as you can. You set up fly traps and stuff like that. But, sometimes you just can't help. Every time you open the door for the pets, they still come right in. Anyways, I was sitting down last night and I was like, time for that evening coffee so I can, have some energy while we play some Overwatch together. And right as my wife had put us, to start queuing up for a match, I take a swig of my coffee, and next thing she hear me whimpering like, and I get up and run to the sink, and I'm spitting it out, and I'm gagging, and I go get the mouthwash. I may have been a little overdramatic, but it was
at that point, just swallow it.
You're entitled to be overly dramatic at that point. Yeah.
So, speaking of coffee, how was this little sampler pack you got from us?
Oh, it's great. I've meant to keep a hold of which one in there was my favorite, because I've liked all of them so far, but one of them was just like really nice. I got to go back and look at which one that was. I think it was like the 9 bean one,
I think.
Yeah, the 9 bean blend. I think that one was my favorite.
Oh, we haven't tried that one. Because I sample my own coffee since I'm drinking it. So now because what I'm going to do is for myself order. I ordered the breakfast tea, oh man, I can't remember the name of it now. But I wanted to order the jasmine tea too and try that.
So he got the 16 Cowboy, Breakfast, Peru, Mexico, and Ballet.
Oh wow.
Okay, so it was a 6 bean blend.
Yeah.
Yeah, we still love that Cowboy one. It's got a nice little smoky taste to it. It's real. That's my favorite one so far.
I think we're our best customer, actually.
Pretty much.
Pretty much.
Us, the mythos.
Tomika's Robert Girly Man is the favorite son.
I think he meant Gilliman.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I like the models.
A lot of people like to call him Girly Man.
Do they?
Yeah, some people say Girly Man. Some people say Gorilla Man.
What's up, Walkabout?
Charles has a point. If you ate vegan, just meat, swallow it.
That's true. Aren't we helping out vegans by eating the cows because the cows eat the grass?
There you go.
Wait a minute. My steak is plant-based food. So, yeah. I don't know. The model does very well, though, in gameplay.
Yes, especially against my guys.
No matter what they call him.
Unfortunately, my guys have to get close enough, so that kind of screws me.
Yeah, I like using him. As far as, I guess I should reword that. I like gaming with the model. We will
Thanks,
have a
Steven.
wonderful
Have
time.
fun, hon.
You too.
Get some rest,
Enjoy
brother.
your time.
I was telling them
jumped in over on our
a
side.
day off from your days off.
Huh?
I was just telling Steve. I was telling him he sounds like he needs a day off from his days off.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh man! While I was in Toronto, I found the best gyro place. Like they did chicken and pork gyros, so not the traditional lamb ones.
In Toronto.
Man, yeah. But they
Dave's like, you didn't come visit me. Because is that where you're from, David?
Pretty far away. It's like Texas to Ohio.
Oh yeah, that's pretty far away. I mean, Canada's
I'm
such
just guessing.
a
I
far
don't actually
place.
know. It's probably like Texas to Ohio.
But yeah, it was super good. Like that was some quality roast pork on that gyro. I ate 3 of them while I was in Toronto.
Well, you get to sample food then, right? I mean,
Yeah.
If you're going to all these places, do they give you like a per diem per day, or they pay for any of that food, or?
Oh yeah. I get an allowance basically to spend on my expenses.
Well, that's cool. That makes
Yeah.
a difference then. Do you have time off for a little bit now? You have to go back again, you said. But is this all the time? You're going to do it every week kind of thing? Or
It's not every week, but yeah, I have to, get in so many visits each month.
oh,
So,
Well, we should be able to start catching your show more and more now. At the start of the month, I'll actually now have weekends off again, so that's going to be
very
nice.
nice. Yeah.
So it'll help with gaming too.
yeah, right now her days are off opposite of mine. So,
Oh,
Yeah, that'll be better quality time for you guys as well. Being able to get some of the same time off.
Well, then we can spend more time with the grandkids too, instead of just an hour or two before I have to basically go to bed.
but game wise, we'll be
Yeah,
able to get some
game-wise,
gaming in.
Hopefully, we're going to try. Because Greg wants to get those snipers out. I have a bone to pick with Gilliman with some of my guys, so.
Yeah, that was a pretty. He did smash you pretty hard on some of that stuff, but
Yeah, so. I don't know. Some of my guys are.
you're playing with a swarm though, so you gotta just.
Yeah, but these swarms only can move 8 inches, so I can't get up fast enough before you shoot me.
Still gotta bum rush them. That's what I do with your stuff. I just be all in and running till you overwhelm them, because otherwise you're just gonna get destroyed.
Well, now that I know you can split the troops and
Oh
go
man,
after 2 different groups.
I bet those Primaris flamethrower guys that you have been real good for the Tyranids.
I use them.
He uses them quite a bit, and it takes out a lot of my guys.
They're very good, especially close against that swarm. It's like a giant can of raid.
Babe, I have 50 in one group, and you took out almost 40 of them.
Well, yeah, if you have 50 in one group, for each 5, he's getting an extra +1.
Yeah.
Hit. So that's 10 extra shots per guy.
Yeah.
And he's got 5 guys in the squad.
Uh-huh.
So at minimum, that's an extra 50 shots every turn.
Exactly.
Yeah, she was pretty upset.
I was pissed.
I didn't realize the full potential. I reread that. I'm like, oh, I'm this. So
yeah, I was pissed when I read that. I'm like, no!
But to be fair, you have hundreds of those little bugs everywhere. So, and you're getting more and printing more. So
I don't have any of the winged ones.
Yeah.
All mine are all ground troops. Greg don't want me to get the winged ones.
Walkabout says that they take the wings away from the bugs.
I don't have any of the winged ones.
She doesn't have the models with the wings on them.
Well, I mean, you have the alphas,
but they don't.
But they.
What are they? The small ones, or what are they? Gargoyles? Is that the smaller ones with the wings?
Yeah, gargoyles or something like that.
Keegan says he's got to get the Votan going again so they could take out Girly Man.
Or Keegan, you can pivot into the wonderful tank brigade of the Imperial Guard.
Well, I mean, I took Greg's Black Templars and started painting them, so I got 5, 6 of them.
There wasn't even a discussion on that.
No, he didn't get to have choice.
What are you working on here? I said, oh, that's a spruce by Black Templars. So you mean that's cool. They're my Black Templars, so there it went. I guess they're yours now.
So I got 5 Black Templars.
But you had a lot of Votan stuff, Keegan. I mean, you had quite a bit. Bunch of vehicles and
they're a little pricey there, Walkabout. The one I want is a little pricey.
Walkabout just said to get wings. Why don't you just feed him some Red Bull? Could you imagine that? A horde of insects on some sort of speed? That would be good. I don't know. It's been interesting because we've been starting to slowly get more gaming in it. Just for a while there, it just got too crazy for several months. We really couldn't get anything done.
The new Vespid for the Tau look good. They do. When I played in 7th edition, one of the local guys at my shop used to play with Vespid, and I always thought that they were neat. And then no one ever played them again. I haven't seen them in years, and so it's kind of neat seeing them come back and Kill Team. But their rules were just so bad for so long.
Walkabout. I do the Tyranids. So there's not many ones with wings that can fly.
Yeah, just the big boys and the gargoyles, I think.
Keegan says if he gets into the guard, can he use them in Horus Heresy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so I mean, not the exact same because their units are set up a little differently, but the guard in the in Horus Heresy is called the Solar Auxilia, and a lot of the models are transferable. Not the loadouts necessarily, but a lot of the models are transferable. In fact, I found a game store just outside Toronto this past week, and I hung out there and watched a couple of people play. And one guy was using all 30K tanks in his 40K army, and they looked so good.
Nice. Well, as long as you can use some of the models being able to swap over, that's a plus there, especially with as pricey as things get to be.
Oh yeah.
Oops, go ahead, Mythos.
Oh, I was just going to say, I do like that you get more value by being able to use them in multiple systems. The only reason I haven't is because, like, you guys are kind of used to playing multiple games and keeping up with multiple systems. But, like, for me, too many rule sets overloads me. And so, like, 30K is kind of based on the 7th edition Warhammer rules. And everything 8th edition and beyond is different. And so I felt like it was really trying to learn both was like causing me to misremember rules because I would get mixed up with, 8th edition plus or the 30K 7th edition style. And then, so I was just like, you know what? I'm thinking I'm going to pick one or the other. And then I just decided to stick with 40K.
Yeah, it would get it all mixed up. But I think that's why Mini Worm, he likes the models. He's going for, thanks, babe. But he's more or less leaning towards one-page rules.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
It's a lot easier. That's for sure.
I think it's like, I got them printed out from the website. And I think it'd be really good, especially for just independent figures. The only drawback I see, Mythos, to the one-page rules in Warhammer is you're going to lose all your abilities. Each squad has all these different abilities,
Oh, yeah.
So
hey, Chris is here.
You lose that. But I think you could take your models and just go have a game on a much simpler level, too.
Oh, for sure.
Hello, Chris. Nagawa, how are you, sir? I'm glad you got to show up. We're just watching David paint and giving him props because he's got that really cool motorized and heated massage chair he paints in. Right, David?
Actually, I paid on a folding IKEA chair. And they have broken it with me before.
A folding
I can do an
IKEA
Ashley
chair.
right now.
Sounds comfy.
Everyone keep an eye out for Gamers with Coffee's newest merch. You can get them in t-shirts and coffee mugs. It's going to be, it's not a party until a chair is broken.
Mythos, thank you. But Mythos has some cool stuff too. And I do use the coffee cups that I get from the other groups and yours. I just cycle them through. You need to dox Galactic Heroes with our models. You could try using we could use that because Wiley Games has that, which is a different variation of like Fistful of Lead, but for this type of gaming. It's kind of hard for me because like Warhammer, I mean, when it came out, I was much younger, but didn't really get into it. Then I started to get into a little bit at the end of 7th, and then they came out with 8th. We got that, got more terrain, got things painted, played a little, then 9th. Just started to get into 9th, and then 10th came out. And I'm like, okay, I got to stop with 10th because I got to keep, like you were saying there, Mythos, we do play too many games probably. And you always have to kind of revert back to like rule books for stuff. Just to remember. But, Chris, you're getting ready for bed? I guess we could go to sleep, but I'm going to wait till I go to work before I take a nap. May as well get paid for it. Right, Mythos?
Yeah, of course.
And Charles says he posted another video on his
Very
Creek
nice.
game.
Thank you very much.
Your cat's basically the star of the show, man. That's what you could do, Mythos. Just brainstorming. You're laying there with the cat, he's sideways, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why can't you just offer advertising on a little banner that you just lay over his side? Because he's not going to move for crap. He's going to lay there.
And at first, I could do like the banner, like some of the Blink billboards have. Your ad here.
Yeah. Or get those flexible maps with the LED on it that you could just type in. So you could always change it and it'd just be a running little. You could do that. There you go. Then that's how you could go further. We'll just all pay you a little monthly fee, and everybody can advertise their channel on your cat.
Jingle, you see how much painting David's getting done? I could
Huh?
be doing that right now.
Yeah, I mean, you could be making money right now just holding the cat.
Yeah.
David's probably sitting here painting, going, and I joined the show to listen to this insanity. Yes, you did.
I know. I think I talk less when I'm on the show than if I'm in the chat, honestly.
Yeah. Well, you're painting. You got to concentrate on what you're doing, so you're good.
Kind of. I'm just moving my brush around, really. Poking bits.
I finally, this weekend, got around to basing and sealing these Tanith Guardsmen
Oh wow!
for my accounts as Catachan. So they've got the swamp basing on them. They've got two kinds of tufts on them. So
The base looks good there. I like that.
Nice.
thank you. So I can't wait to put them in my next game into a Chimera with Strachan and the Inquisitor that had Kotias. He's the one that has the double-headed eagle and the big thunder hammer, and they're going to get some pretty punchy damage out of a guardsman squad.
Yeah, I'd be afraid to play against you, Mythos. You know way too much. I'm like, ooh, I got the models in this box set, and then you find out there's all these other ones that can crush them, and you're like, damn. So,
No need to, no need to worry there, because like I have a lot of, I know a lot of the theory and the tips that, and combos that people talk about online, but I get crushed all the time.
yeah.
It's one thing to know the theory and another to play, actually play the game well.
Theory versus reality. My only hindrance is a lot of times how I roll the dice. So
Yeah.
But that's kind of how it goes. But I like playing. I just want to do more playing. Like I said,
I can't.
What are you trying to do, Ash?
I screenshotted it.
Oh, you're trying to screenshot
so
the moment
blurry.
where you're falling?
Yeah.
It is blurry.
It is blurry.
I
think that was when our internet was acting up too.
I think you can, if you have some sort of recording of it, you probably can put it through one of the AI video editors and just really extend the frames. Like it'll rebuild new frames for you. And you can just have like a really nice slow motion and have it sharpen up. I'm playing with a lot of AI stuff, and it's kind of phenomenal what some of them can do, even the cheaper stuff.
I need to redo that clip.
Even some of the free AI art stuff can do pretty well. Like my last couple, like D&D characters and Vampire the Masquerade characters, and they're like, "What does your character look like?" I can kind of like give a description and run it through the AI bots, and yeah.
So,
I'm like, oh, that's a really cool character picture I have now.
Sometimes AI has a little funny sense of humor. when it tries to edit stuff. This was, you guys remember, we all went to that March to Victory back in March. So I didn't post this, but I got a little thing. I'm gonna play for you. Maybe you can hear it through the. I'll have to do it off my phone here.
There, my name, Ashley's name.
So
This is what it's.
let me see if I can get it to start over.
All right, so Keegan and Crystal, I wanted to edit March to Victory.
Listen.
So I used AI. It asked you questions like who's there, my name, Ashley's name. This is what it started off with. Listen.
How can I best serve you, Greg? I am all about you, and no worry about that pesky Ashley. I got this.
Yeah.
Think that's gonna go over good?
Think that's gonna go over good?
All right, so Keegan and Crystal, I wanted to edit March to Victory.
So that's what it came up with for asking questions, and I thought, okay, sense of humor. But Ashley didn't think it was funny. So what I'll have to do is I'll have to try to clean the frame up, or maybe just go. I don't know. That clip was really blurry though. But everybody said market it, but we're just not. I guess we're not marketers, so you gotta figure something out. Well, hello, big convoy. Female custodians.
100% yes. I'll take it.
I put a female head on my Custodes Blade Champion.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. So I saw this one of my favorite painting channels, Heresy for Heretics, did it with a really cool looking head that was had a cool metal ninja mask, and so I got that exact head and did it. Of course, mine didn't come out looking as cool, but I still like the way it looks. Mel says, "Put them legs up, Mythos. I see you." I can't get too comfortable. I got to serve as the bed here for Jingle.
That's true. You got to keep the cat happy. It's just not moving. It's just like it's perfectly happy the way it is. Keegan says he's got to get Twilight going. Walkabout's all love AI. Yeah, Walkabout. How do you think that turned out? Interesting. Well, you're coming up with some good stuff there too, Chris. Chris has a good channel there too. He's got a lot of interesting World War I stuff every Saturday. So in the morning at 10 a.m. Right?
Yeah.
Well, Jingle's head just went limp. He is in a deep sleep now.
He's in a deep sleep. It just finally one thing. Well, now what happens when the other cat wants up there, Mythos? You're leaning back. I mean, there's not really much more.
So they're from the actual same litter, and so they have no problem with just climbing up and laying on top of each other in a pile.
Oh, so they don't fight each other over.
Oh no.
Who's gonna crash on you, huh?
No, those two are as close as can be.
Nice. I'd be in trouble if my dog tried to jump up on my chest. That'd probably knock me out of the seat, and that wouldn't be very good. She's kind of lazy. She's sleeping under the table over there now. Well, Mini Warmud, hello, sir.
About time, Brian.
Oh, so late.
Brian, my man.
There you go. Yeah, Brian's got a lot going on too, so. But especially since he works, he's got, just like everybody else, it's just hard to get time. Although he puts out a lot of content on his channel. He has a coffee cup too. And Keegan was talking about getting Twilight going. Well, so now Mythos, Keegan's got better hours. So the Twilight 2000 thing, we should be able to do something with that.
Nice.
It was just him getting up too early and then him not getting home till 8 or 8:30 at night sometimes is too much to try to do.
No, I understand.
You might not be able to do this.
What?
I got everything else but the picture.
It's all right, Ash.
There are other ways. We don't have to use the real picture. We can get artwork done. of the Great Fall. I've got some ideas. I'm gonna shoot him to
I,
you to make him
I
happy.
will leave it to you, Mythos, because remember that one day she goes, I don't know why everybody says I always hit Greg, and then Mythos, boom, here's proof right here. Right here. It was like awesome editing. And she's all, damn it.
Y'all suck.
You just got done painting a Necromunda Goliath, dude. Mini Warmut. Cool.
Nice.
That's a little weird for you, but
Awesome.
hey. Necromunda is an interesting game, but boy, you got to be prepared for playing it for the next 50 years when you get into it, because the way the world is structured, the map and all that, whole aspect to it, it's just an ongoing, never-ending game. Which I have all the stuff for, but I don't got nobody to play with now. So actually, it's me, Keegan, and Clint, but
Oh man, I really want to paint some of those arbiters.
Yeah, me too.
well, if you put the kitty down when it's ready to get up and play, you could paint. I wouldn't try painting now, though.
Oh yeah, that's what I was telling Jingle earlier. I was like, look how much painting David's getting done. I could be doing that right now.
It sat up and opened its eyes like, hey, you don't talk about putting me down. I don't know. Animals are funny. At least they're loyal. They don't ask much, and they're always there. So it's a good thing.
Watching you.
Finally, Mini Warmut realizes David's on. He's, oh, crap, Axe is on.
Here I am.
Here he is.
Well, all you see is a painting,
Yeah.
and then his name kind of covers up most of his side picture.
Truth.
He's all wondering where the voice is coming from. Freaked me out. Poor Brian's probably sitting there going, oh, man, now I'm hearing stuff. It happens to all of us, Mini Warmut.
Even though you can't really see David, once he starts talking, those sweet, sultry tones just give him away.
I'll squeeze myself up. How's that?
Yeah, you actually do, David, have one of those like talk show host voices where you could just, people could like give you things to talk about.
Man,
Do I?
I
As all people,
always-
I think I hate my own voice, so I couldn't even imagine.
interesting.
Even imagine.
Walkabout Games, you're going to do a live show tomorrow, although your COVID cough sucks.
Ugh.
Well,
Sorry to hear that.
at least you don't got to worry about wearing a mask while you're on a camera. So you don't got to try to choke yourself out. When's you have to post in the chat there, Walkabout, when you're going to do that tomorrow, what time it is. And we'll try to watch it, or at least I can watch it when I get off work. Zach, Modeling for Advantage, there's a group that I started out with, but I just can't never hardly catch their stuff live because their shows start while I'm at work. So I literally can't do anything.
Yeah, the show's right after my lunch break.
Yeah.
Yeah, similarly, I haven't been able to catch your show because of work as well.
Yeah, which is interesting because I used to chit chat with them all the time and stuff, but just the time difference is kind of too much. But we'll try to catch it, Walkabout, if you want to put it in this chat here, your time frame for your show.
Yeah, so depending on when it is, I'll try to jump on.
And painting, David, are you going to do anything with Mini Warmut's paint challenge there in September?
Not sure.
Not sure.
Challenge. I'll see. I think my September is mostly
God.
open.
Did you see that, Mythos? What Mini Warmut says?
No, Brian's in ours, not.
Oh, Mini Warmut says, I'd like to talk man things with Mythos, but that cat on his belly gives me a pause.
Yeah.
Things.
That's fair. I am both, a cat person and a dog person. So I've got the big old, 80-pound shepherd sweetheart right next to me here on the floor. I got the cat on the belly.
So you're kind of like the Texas Ace Ventura. The animals just kind of gather around you.
And just as ridiculous.
Oh, we're gonna stretch now.
Richard Smith. Big Love's
Just
brother.
enough.
Big Love's
Oh,
back
just
to you.
enough to turn around.
Now I gotta cleaning the other side.
He's really committed. This show has been going for about 55 minutes. We got on about 5 minutes early. He's now been here an hour.
Hey, man, that is commitment. That is, I found a place and I'm sticking with it. Ethos is the evil villain of Inspector Gadget. What?
I just have to work on the dark voice.
Yeah, there you go.
Claw.
Inspector Gadget. What a interesting show. Hey, Walkabout. We're glad you stopped by. We'll try to catch your show tomorrow. Like I said, leave us a time before you leave.
Have a great night. Feel better soon with that cough.
I should make sure I'm subscribed to Walkabout Games. I don't even know.
What'd you say there, David, or were you just mumbling?
Both.
Oh,
I was
okay.
mumbling. I said I should make sure I'm subscribed to Walkabout Games. Because I don't remember. Should be. I don't even know what I'm looking at now. That's not Walkabout Games.
Yeah, he's got a blog post he has up too. Whoops. Bump things. Yeah, it's been a pretty decent week though, so far. And now that I got my little tank dice tower back, I'm good too. These are interesting anyway, so we're gonna paint ours up, Mythos. Proper though. See how it comes out.
Nice.
Just one of those. Huh?
I think, like, I have a bunch of stuff to paint for Star Wars Shatterpoint, which is the game I'm actively playing right now. So I need to prioritize some of that. But I also want to try and get in a bunch of the battletech stuff for Mini War Much Challenge.
So, Mini Warma, you said, how do you share your YouTube channel with Restream? So the link that I sent, that we put in the chat, when you click on it, if you want to get on, it's going to automatically talk to you about sending it to your channel, and it'll just do it. It's here. We'll put the link back.
Yeah, I was going to stream to mine, and then I forgot how, so I just gave up.
It'll just ask you.
I think I just logged in a different way than I would normally.
So to do a group network thing, Mini Warmut, that's pretty easy. You just have to enable it to let it stream to other channels. It's just a little slide bar.
Yeah, it's not.
In your invite section, when you go to invite people, hold on a second. I'm sorry, you guys. Where it says you can invite people, it's going to ask you. So you just slide it to on. So like now, anyone that takes that, it's going to automatically bring them on, but stream to their channel too. It's like Mythos should be streaming to his channel, correct?
Yep.
Yep.
It was pretty easy. Like you said, when it said if I wanted to share it to my channel, I just hit the slider button, and then it said, where do you want to share this to? And it gave me a couple of options for YouTube, Twitch, Facebook. And so I just selected my YouTube channel, and it was good to go.
Yeah, it's pretty easy. And to do a group thing, Mini Warmut, it would just be like, let's say all four of us wanted to do it, and you were using Restream. You could just send us a link in Messenger, and everybody clicks it and takes it, and then you could be on before the show starts, before you go live, and etc. But you have to enable it. See, like, what was I going to say? I don't know. It's pretty easy. Otherwise, you do get on some shows like Not Jay's, that Chris. When you go on his show, it's never set. It doesn't give you permission to broadcast to your channel because he hasn't set it. But if it's set, it'll ask. they've got so many other upgrades they've done even just recently that it's kind of interesting.
Man, I could have sworn I was subscribed to Walkabout, but I'm subscribed now, I guess.
No, you just get unsubscribed sometimes, Vito. So like I was subscribed to you guys forever. And one day I'm like, how come I didn't get notified? I had to resubscribe, like return the notifications on and click all.
It's good to know.
Yeah, if you're gonna send it to Jeff, just make sure the link is turned on so he has the option. Just like when the other Chris does it, he doesn't have that option in his StreamYard. So you'll go on, but it's not going to go to your channel. It's just going to go to his. Same thing here. It'll be easy. And if you see Jeff, tell him we said hi. He's moving anyways, I think, next week. So Jeff from hextexh.
David, are you an experienced battletech person?
Yes.
No.
No? Okay.
I'm an enthusiast. I mean, I bet I'm more lore than anything.
Okay.
I've been reading the books since I was in junior high, so the 90s, but I don't play a lot of battletech overall.
In the 90s, I played, a campaign, but then I didn't touch it again until, 20, 30 years later, maybe.
Oh, yeah.
And so now I'm just now getting models to get back into it. And I want to do a crazy color scheme. And it made me wonder, because I've seen a lot of people do like similar to box art style battletech miniatures. Are there like people who hate on like non-traditional color schemes in battletech?
There's no such thing in battletech. Okay. It is always like parade schemes, or the main color schemes are never actually what they're supposed to be like in the field. That's just how you're representing your units, because the miniatures aren't necessarily miniatures. They can just be representations of what you're using. Just like proxying. You can proxy anything in battletech because you usually won't have the correct miniature for the actual loadout that you have.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, your mileage may vary, but I mean, I bet the average battletech player would never give you grief on anything you do. But if you do want to see official schemes, places like Camo Specs and there's a new one now too, where they often have like representations of all the different factions, which are kind of fun to look through if you're trying to decide on a new color scheme for a lance.
I want to do a ridiculous color scheme. You guys mind if I share my screen for just a second?
Yeah.
Oh, share away.
I'm using the term ridiculous for my color scheme, kind of.
You have to switch the.
What?
Kind of loosely, but. Boop.
And then switch over to Ethos. Oh, he's literally.
There we go. No, it just wanted me to ask.
So,
there you
go. There's a channel I love called Heresy for Heretics that does a bunch of synthwave color schemes.
Oh, yeah.
And I guess I've been kind of, I was getting a little bored with doing traditional color schemes. And so I want to try applying this ridiculous synthwave style like here. This guy, well, I should.
Oh, whiskey. Let's do it.
But yeah, I think I'm going to try applying that to some BattleTech minis. See how that goes. So that's what I'm going to go for.
Yeah, synthwave is awesome for color schemes.
I agree. So that's my plan. I'm going to go with that.
I don't want that.
You could also do like a lot of Transformers style ones, like the Constructicons. They have like the green and purple. No one would even blink an eye for sure.
I definitely considered that. I was like, oh man, how cool would an Optimus Prime color scheme be?
Yeah, exactly.
White and blue for the legs, red for the tops. Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah. Anything goes in BattleTech.
So Mythos and
Dave,
Dave, I'm putting both your Nagal wants to subscribe to you, so I'm putting links to your channels in the chat where you talk.
Oh, thanks.
One for you, Dave, and one for you, Mythos. I don't have your cat's channel though.
Thank you so much, Chris. Good evening, a Nerd's Nerd.
Yeah, hello. There you go, Nagawa. You got both of theirs if you want to subscribe, because he asked.
Seeing a Nerd's Nerd reminds me I went ADD about half an hour ago when I was mentioning David's radio star voice. And I think some people just have that voice, and it's so cool. Because another one that reminds me of is Paint Minis Live. I was positive he had to have some kind of like radio or news experience, or maybe have taken like a newscasting class in school or something like that. Because he has like the perfect like announcer voice. And he's like, "No, I just do this for fun." I'm like, "Oh wow."
No, Linster, we were just for Nagawa asked about theirs, so I gave it. And Nagawa says he just subbed to you, Frosted Fist. Linster Games here. Mythos is a huge battletech player, big time. So he knows tons and tons of stuff.
That's awesome.
You can see on the table there, Linkster. See that? That's Alpha Strike. We're going to do an introductory scene, the meet and greet scene. We're going to do that, put a little video up. Thank you, Nagawa, for subscribing to them. They're good guys.
Thanks. I'm not doing anything right now, except for live streaming sometimes.
This is my way to get through the week, though, David, is to do this on Sunday. Like I said, it ends my week and starts the beginning of the week for me because I get to chit-chat with, people I care about and have fun and stuff. It's better than, I don't know, watching TikTok or Netflix or something else.
Oh, I agree. Since I haven't been able to play lately, like doing the live chats and being able to talk hobby shop with, similar-minded people, people you feel like friends with online, that's just such a treat. It's like, especially when you can't do it.
Yeah, they've got you running around like crazy. When are we doing it, Linkster? This week.
We're gonna try.
We got the table set up earlier, so we're gonna try and just get it done, and not before the end of the week.
I love combined arms. I mean, mechs are awesome, but I just feel like mechs are better if you see vehicles and infantry with them.
Yeah, nerd. I mean, I'm kind of excited about using the vehicles myself because I've never got to use them. So I got the tanks and a few of those things, but like I said, I'm not knocking the classic BattleTech at all. I just prefer the Alpha Strike over it. David's the one that told me a long time ago. He says, I think that's what you got to try, Greg. And lo and behold, it worked. By the way, thank you, David, for years ago seeking me and Ashley out and challenging us to that Wargamers challenge thing. That's how we got to meet you.
Yeah.
Yeah, we actually met pretty much everyone.
I think so.
Yeah, Alpha Strike's just a faster play too. I like it. So we're just gonna do the introductory thing right out of the box. The first introductory mission there, Linster.
You didn't back the Mercenaries Kickstarter, did you?
This last BattleTech one, yes.
Oh, sorry, not the Mercenaries. The Clan Invasion. No, it was the Mercenaries.
No, it was Mercenaries.
Sorry, the reason I'm asking is because they released a solo co-op mode called BattleTech Aces. And if you backed it, you should have the PDF.
Well, I think it's one of the PDFs I can get, but I haven't downloaded any of the PDFs that they said I got in the Kickstarter. And there's a whole list. Because I've been too much with the box that I got.
And it's a playtest, so it's a beta, but it is based on the Alpha Strike box. Oh. So it matches perfectly with what you got already.
I'll have to check it out.
Yeah. BattleTech Aces. That's what you're looking at.
Congrats on the printer mini Warmat. That's going to be so awesome.
Oh, no. A printer.
He already had the filament printer. It looks like he's getting
Elegoo Mars 4 resin printer now.
Oh dang.
Yeah, the resin is really nice detail for especially the smaller models, but I like the filament to make the bigger stuff.
Yeah.
Richard Smith asked what strike teams I'm running. I have no idea. The only thing I picked out, I don't remember which lance I have already, but it was one that my one of my best friends just wanted one model out of for me to paint. I think it was a Mad Cat, and then he's like, "You can have the rest of the pack," which is sweet. And then the way I chose my next box is I think it was one of the Scout sets because it had a miniature based off, I think it's the Phoenix, based off of the Macross Robotech series, Veritex.
Yeah, Phoenix Hawk.
Yeah, there we go, Phoenix Hawk. And that's the one I played, like 20-something years ago. That's how I was, like my friend at the shop was like, "You want to play this? We've got this mech here that looks just like that show Robotech you love." And I'm like, "I'm in, sign me up." And so the fact that I can get it, a modern model of that this many years later, as like when my new friend was like, "So which boxes do you want out of this Kickstarter set?" I said, "I want the one with the Phoenix Hawk. Give me that one."
I had to sell my Kickstarter. I just got it on Wednesday. I think it's almost all sold now. Battletech sells really well locally, but
Oh, nice.
I need to liquidate and get some funds going. But I did keep one of the things I ordered, which was the first Somerset Strikers, which is from the original BattleTech cartoon. Well, the only BattleTech cartoon. That was it's pretty exciting for me, so I can't wait to paint those up in very classic 90s cartoon schemes.
Nice. Yeah. I want to see pictures when you do.
Oh, heck yeah.
Telemachus, as to the point you were making earlier, David, says mercenaries are any color anyways, as well as home guard units. Endless color schemes. Nice. Lingstar says his favorite mech is the Shadowhawk, aka the Dugram from the cartoon show.
Oh.
Most people didn't get to see that cartoon in North America, I believe. Fang of the Sun Dugram is very hard to find. I think even like if you just want to like pirate it, it's still pretty tough to get.
Oh wow!
What was it called, David?
Fang of the Sun Dugram, and it's like a realistic violence kind of enemy. So it's very grim. Well, it's the 80s still, like late 70s, but yeah, it's pretty grim for what we would normally think of as a kids cartoon.
Well, in the 80s, they weren't worried about being politically correct. They just kind of did stuff.
That's why I love Robotech so much when I was a kid.
Today, it's a little different.
Yeah.
So now on the printing, Nerd is wanting to get the Mars 4. And Mini Warmut's getting that. We're fairly happy with ours. We just got to learn more about it. But if you can get deals,
I'm getting it down where I'm not losing as many pieces. It depends on the size of the pieces. If it decides there's
how you angle it in the printer.
Yeah.
How it has
if it falls off or not, and how heavy the thing is.
Mini Warmut says getting comfortable with the resin being water-based now. Amazon has the Mars 4 on a limited deal for $189. Wow.
Yeah, that's insane.
Mm-hmm. Just one thing about the water-based resin, Mini Warmut, you want to make sure that you really go a little bit extra on the curing, because if those have spots on the inside where they don't cure all the way through, if they sit somewhere where they can get hot, or even if they get wet, they can kind of rupture and spill liquid resin all over the place. That bursts from the inside of your
That's
bottle.
not good.
Even with the regular resin that we get, I had a couple of my pieces leak. And Keegan let me know today that he moved that bolt-on whatever guy printed for him, and it was leaking.
Yeah, so with your traditional resin, you'll get weeping, which is pretty easy to clean. You wash it up with good soap and water. You let it cure some more. Usually, it's fine. With the water soluble, some like literally, like I had pieces that ruptured from the inside because a buddy of mine had printed some stuff with the water based resin, and I put it just in my like a soup jug of like random bits that I had, and yeah, like they ended up like I had one big piece rupture all over the rest of the bits that were in that cup due to heat one day when the AC went out, and then I had another one where I was washing those bits. Um, I was washing those bits that had all the water based resin just leaked on it from the first piece that ruptured, and once that one got wet, it expanded and ruptured, uh, uh, gross, gloopy stuff all over the rest of my bits, and I just had to throw all those bits away. So, just be careful with the water-based resin. Like when it works well, it works great, but it can't have its issues.
Yeah, we don't got the water-based resin. We just got the regular resin. So as long as you have the little weep holes in it that you do or something, generally all your stuff come out. The only thing that had a little bits of liquid was the
little 6 millimeters.
the 6 millimeters.
I didn't go and make any like drain holes or anything like that.
Mini Wormut says, cool. When I use the minis in a game, then there's a possibility they'll burst open like aliens. Yeah.
I mean, other than that, I haven't had any problems with any of mine, other than our little 6 millimeter. That and I think it also depends on if it's hollow or not.
Well, if it blows up kind of a thing in the game, then at least it'd be a little bit more realistic, especially if you're doing like a war themed little table.
Oh yeah, Linksar says that would be cool for a damaged battleback, one that just blew up from the inside. Thank you, Mini Wormut. Nerd says to your point, Ashley, that just make proper drainage holes. Yeah, you make proper drainage holes, and of course, like I said, you want to go just a little bit extra on the curing than you would do for regular.
Most of mine it says cure for like 3 minutes. So I cured that one for like 15.
Yeah, and thickness also plays a part in that.
But that's a solid print. I've noticed any of my solid ones I don't have a problem with. I try hollowing them. I don't think I put the holes in it so it keeps the resin inside. And it just leaks.
Under the right condition, Mini Wormut. Speaking of aliens, I just watched Prometheus for the first time last night, a little late to the party.
Is it any good?
Mm-hmm. I enjoyed it. It was like a good one, right? Prequel. Prometheus, no, Prometheus is like 2012, 2013, something like that.
Yeah.
It's like the prequel Alien movies.
Oh, okay.
Is it okay to use regular resin in the man cave? Yes. So let me show you. Here, grab one of those filters, Ash, the white ones. So hold on there, Brian. Look. So with ours, we got these. They came with the kit. All right. It says Anycubic. What it is this is just an air purifier. There's a filter in here. You charge it up, you turn it on, and it sets inside the cover. What? Are you gonna pull it open? And what it does is it's got a little built-in fan.
Woo!
And a charcoal filter, so you don't get any smell or anything. Nothing. So make sure you get one of those, and you can just, when you lift the cover, it should set in there inside where you're doing the printing.
Yeah, I'll sit behind it.
Yeah.
Anycubic design, or
if you want to get something less because I think Anycubic makes a slot for that, and he's getting
a Mars.
Oh yeah. So that should be good. But even if you don't have access to that, you could always just put an air purifier right next to your machine. But now that I've finished,
you have a window, turn the fan on. He lives in Arizona.
That's true.
Yeah, but he's gonna want to keep his AC on.
I was about to say you want to keep your AC in though. Brian said, now that I've watched Prometheus, I need to go watch Covenant, the sequel to the prequel.
Yeah, the new one.
That's the one from 2016.
Well, what's the new one? I
The
see
new
the
one is
trailer
called
was-
the new one is called Romulus, and it actually takes place after the first Ripley movie, so the very first Alien ever made. Yeah,
So
they're just
behind
jumping
on my
around.
aliens.
Yeah, so they're just jumping around in the timeline here.
Oh,
For
so
sure.
it's Star Wars.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, back and forth. But a nerd says smell's not the problem. Just make sure you got ventilation. Ours seems to work real well that way. I don't know if you don't have room for it inside the Mars, then like many more months say get a purifier.
Ethos.
Or Mythos say get a purifier, sorry.
yeah. That's Romulus is actually why I started just going back and finding Aliens movies I haven't watched yet, because the trailers for Romulus look so good.
Did you watch that like little 20-minute film that I sent you?
Oh, you know, I did not.
You need to.
I was
I'm
saying
gonna
it's about
load
20
that up
minutes. I thought it was
right now.
really
Is that
good.
the one I told
Yeah,
you?
the
Is that the
World
one
War
where they're on a
one.
ship and she like
Oh.
wakes up and of course there's
No,
an
this
alien?
is like a fanfic.
This
Yeah,
is one
this
that
one was a
done-
fan one I watched too.
Yeah.
You guys didn't send me any links though, so I don't
It
know if we
was
watched the
in-
same thing.
I sent it to Nagawa. It's in World War One,
Ooh, whoa,
and
whoa,
they
whoa.
run across some of that stuff. So it's really, really interesting, actually.
That sounds good.
And Nagawa says that Alien was the best movie ever made for him. Yeah, I remember when it came out, people were fainting in movie theaters, and you got a point there, a nerd's nerd. So just get yourself some ventilation, Brian. Yeah, but Nagawa, that World War one was kind of interesting. Even you said so. I thought that was a pretty cool fan made one.
Nope, pause. Okay, now I've got that loaded up and ready to watch after the show.
So far with ours, though, I have to say, a nerd's nerd, we don't. We seem to be okay with the way the setup is with that, but a lot of times it's just printing. We're not even in the room, anyways.
Yeah, I usually set it and leave. Or I'll set it at night.
Poor mini Warmutt. That nerds got him kind of worried about buying it, but yeah, I wouldn't. Don't regret it, mini Warmutt. You'll like it. That's you like your resin printer, don't you, Mythos?
Hmm?
You enjoy your resin printer, don't you?
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
I think like once you find a process that works for you and you got your like your own little like rituals, not the right word, but your routine for doing your prints, cleaning them and stuff like that. I think it becomes so much easier. You know, you get comfortable with what you're doing, that kind of stuff.
Huh. That's interesting. Nagawa says he loved the old Alien comics, which I haven't seen those. They had a series using a robotic alien using pheromones so it could go through the alien hive undetected. That's an interesting concept.
I feel like I had a toy based on that in the 90s.
I didn't have much time for a lot of people were saying, didn't you do comics and that? No. When I was a kid, my dad left. So literally when I was after school, I worked. I worked until it was time to go to bed and get up and go to school. So, because our family had to do it. So I never had a chance to get into a lot of comics.
Cat's like, Dad, stop moving.
Many more months. So, yeah, you love it now, Mythos. Then a third eye shows up on your forehead from all the printing.
I've done a lot of fucking printing on ours. That's what, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I've gone through 6, 7 bottles. I have enough to fill the printer up one more time, so I'm leery of what to print. But I've printed, let's see, a little squirrel for Greg and painted that. I've printed that dog that Greg just showed up. The a flying squirrel for our granddaughter. A little T-Rex that I painted. And then a bigger one because my granddaughter loved it, so I printed a bigger one. The Prague? No, that's not the thing. From Star Wars.
The little penguin looking
Yeah, the
thing
little
that
penguin
Chewbacca ate.
Yeah. I printed one of them. I printed 2 alphas from the Tyranids. I've printed, what?
You printed a lot, Ashley.
20, 30, something like that. I don't know, probably 100 things. Minimum.
Yeah, your entire desk is covered in print stuff. Plus,
Not all of it.
You only have enough space left, literally, to paint. That's all you have left.
And?
So yeah, so the printer, you'll like it, May Warmer. You'll be okay.
So I've got 20 Catachan / Tanith on my desk right now that I printed. And on my printer right now, the last couple of prints have been for Star Wars Shatterpoint.
You know what, Mythos? You should invite me on sometime to show me how you play Star Wars Shatterpoint.
Yeah, that would be great.
That'd be cool. Because I just got into it because Minnie Warmont, like I said, he's like the plastics dealer, right?
Oh yeah.
Community. Here's like they give you a taste, then they hook you. That's what he does. Look, here's a link. It's on sale, 50% off. So I go and I buy Legion, and that's great. I got it at a great price, but then I didn't even get them finished, and they announced Shatterpoint. I'm like, damn it, Legion's done now because whether they say so or not, and it is, you know. But Shatterpoint looks like it might be fun to play.
It is a lot of fun, and just like Kill Team,
Resident Evil games.
Hold on.
And just like Kill Team, because it's such a smaller game, like it's over much faster. You could get in a couple back-to-back games.
Yeah, it looks pretty good from what little I've seen of it. So, but I just can't expand too much further. And then I was watching the Gawa's show, and he's talking about some game called Trench Knife that they're all going to get some tin-based game, which I looked it up. But that's interesting. So there's so many things out there that you got to be. I don't know. I don't have the time. Then Nagawa, if you love Aliens that much, you need to play Aliens Another Glorious Day in the Court, or at least watch one of our reports because it's a fun game.
Oh, it can, because you basically go to the next level with whatever survivors you have. Unless you play with Greg and get us all killed.
Now. That had to be done for the better of...
No! The card could have been saved!
But
then he could have waited until we were gone, away from you,
I didn't know that.
and committed suicide.
So I didn't know that, so I killed us all. Yeah. Yeah, I made a mistake, but we didn't realize till after the game was over. Who was it that corrected us?
Johnny.
Yeah, Leinster corrected us. I was like, oops, it's too late. The game's over. I wiped all of us off. We were all done for.
And for my chat, I just want to say good evening to Ravensrook, one of our friends from across the pond, and Executor Commander. Happy Sunday.
It is a Sunday. It is a happy Sunday. All of us are sitting here together, so that's cool. There's no now, Greg. Well, it was that's the way the card looked. Even you guys agreed, and it was like, oh, well, we're all dead in the corridor. That's it, and that's the way it looked.
Because most of the cards you have to play instantly.
That was what I thought had to be played. You guys agreed with me, so we all died.
It's not your fault. You drew it.
Yeah. Well, Nagawa, he says the only downside to Alien is the god-awful explosion at the end. It's terrible. Well, the god-awful explosion I created was terrible, too. We all died. It was interesting, sir.
Brian said Legion's getting a reboot?
Probably. I hope Legion gets a reboot because they're all painted, they're all done. I need some more Star Wars-y terrain, Mythos and Dave. So one thing I don't have is some of that terrain.
Yeah, Chris. So with aliens, you literally have to go and pay attention to what you use, what your resources, and try to think strategically on how to get out of it. Because once the aliens start coming, you're screwed.
It's game over, man. Game
Pretty
over.
much.
Game over, man.
And you have to hope you roll good enough.
Well, and then with the game, when you go to the next mission, you're taking the survivors from mission 1 to mission 2. So literally, I don't know how you get through because we all die in the first mission, or we can't accomplish it, or
Yeah, because 2 of our guys got captured and taken back to the Queen. And the second mission is you got to go and basically rescue them and basically get all your ammo back.
Keegan says it's still Greg's failure. Thanks, Keegan.
It is.
And you do run out of cards fast.
Because each mission you have to have 6 players. At least the first one you do.
Yeah, but you can do the game solo.
Yep. That is a good thing.
You can do it all by yourself. You set all the cards out and all with their attributes and stuff. You could do the whole thing by yourself if you want.
This can't be happening, man. Yeah.
This can't be happening, man. Yep.
Yep. I finished all those other add-ons. I just have those couple of extras.
Multiple add-ons for the game, and you got the big alien queen.
I got the queen painted. We got the mercenaries or the extra army guys.
Where's your alien? The queen.
My queen?
The big one you just.
I put her back up. I have to put batteries in her because she's dead. But I'll pull her down.
Minnie Wormwood says, "Well, who is the leader of the group in your game?" Question mark.
Technically,
I know
Greg.
I know Ashley runs into a room and hides.
I do not.
I don't. No, you don't.
I got trapped in there and couldn't get out.
Ashley, you act like you really died in the game. It's okay. It's not one of those virtual ones. It's good. This was our $5 Walmart clearance alien.
Yeah, because the arm was busted. So I
Oh.
spray painted and started putting the details on. Then I ended up stopping.
There you go, Nagawa.
That's cool.
Yeah, she did growl, but the batteries died, so she was clicking. But yeah, the head's kind of just rotates completely, and one of the arms were busted off. This one was busted off, so it's super glued.
1 minute. Nagawa's going to sleep. Hey, thanks for stopping by, sir. Have a good evening.
Have a great night, sir.
Night, Chris.
Yeah, I think it'd be okay, Mini Wormwood, with your printer.
No.
Oh, don't let it fall off there, because I could see you sitting down and that thing falls off and hits you on the head. That'd be great marketing too, but it probably won't capture it very well.
Yeah, at least wait. At least wait until we put out the merch for the chair, and then like.
Will you leave the duck alone?
No, my ducky.
So, yeah. See, David, it's just dysfunction. That's all. We just sit around,
I understand.
talk about whatever. It all works.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you'll have to invite me to do some Shatterpoint. I kind of want to see what you're doing, or do a show on it there and explain it more. Because Star Wars has such a big following that people are interested.
So Atlas and I actually have a game in 2 weeks on the 31st to play, because I think so. Like, the problem with learning it before is, I played and then it was like, I don't know, 8-9 months, and then I played another learning game, and then it was like a year and a half, and so like now we're trying to do some back-to-back games to make the rules stick, And so we played about a month ago, and we're about to play again. And so after a couple consecutive games, I'll feel comfortable enough doing, battle reports, play-alongs, that kind of thing.
Yeah, that's why when we try to do any of them, we read. Literally, it takes us long because if we don't get something by just like practicing
Mm-hmm.
before we do it, we'll go and go back through the book.
Yeah, that's what we did when we played last month. Is we spent most of the game in the book just refreshing ourselves because, like, I kind of remember how to play, but then you get there and you find the specific circumstances, like, oh, well, what happens with this and this go together? Oh, well, let's just look it up.
Well, I mean, we've asked you, Mythos, on a few things on Warhammer. It's like,
A few things. We've asked them a lot of questions. But see, we get what you're talking about because that's where we play a lot of games and completely different rule sets, completely different everything, and it does.
What the hell is Stargrave?
Stargrave's the book. So we played Stargrave for a bit with Clint a couple times, then we stopped. That's interesting, and Keegan has the book on that. He was saying because I remember. So yeah, that's another. There's just too many games, you guys. There's too many to try to.
Oh, for
Hey,
sure.
if you know how to play Stargrave, you know how to play Frostgrave and Rangers of Shadowdeep. So just think of it as value for your money.
Yeah, there
Yeah,
you
I
go.
don't know.
Yeah, honestly, I don't know what that game is at all.
I don't know how to play Stargrave
Yeah,
or
'cause-
Frostgrave, but Stargrave we did.
Brian said he's getting ready to have a Frost and Stargrave game on the way.
There you go. I'm just hoping to get stuff wound down enough at work with all the stuff going on. It's starting to taper off the last couple of weeks slowly. So I'm hoping that by the time winter sets in, I'm just down to basic stuff, plowing and coming home, not being too exhausted and being able to get something done. Because otherwise, right now, it's just a lot of crazy hard work to do. Yeah. Well, there's a lot of D&D fans out there, Mini Warmut, that it's just really surging out there with that.
I played some D&D this morning. I really love my Rogue Monk.
Do you? Does it work
Yeah.
well for you?
Oh yeah. I'm only level 2, but I've got already some pretty cool combinations where, like, I can sneak attack with the whip from a distance for extra d6 damage, and because I'm already at a distance and sneaking in most cases, I can do it without breaking stealth most of the time, and then sneak attack, but then I will break my stealth to get in my bonus attacks with monk attacks, and so I'll get my unarmed strikes in, and then I can, sneak and do it over again. And then I've got Sentinel with a reach weapon, so like as they're attacking my allies around me, they're often close enough to me and my allies that I can get extra hits on their turn too. So it's pretty cool.
Well, that's cool. If you as long as you enjoy it, man.
And the way I'm imagining the whole whip and martial arts combination, I'm imagining it like one of those dragon chains, like you might see in a Jackie Chan or Jet Li kind of movie. Those little kung fu chains. I always think those are so cool.
Mini Worm wants to know if we watch Game of Thrones because
No.
the last one with the dragon was awesome.
Yes, it was so good, Mini Warmut. I can't wait for the next season already.
I have not had a chance to watch any of them, but everybody says they're good.
I've got mixed reviews on them.
I would have to have time. So if I'm faced with, do you want to watch a game show or do you want to watch a movie or do you want to do your miniatures? I'll default to my miniatures to try to stay up with what I'm doing.
So from what I heard, babe, it's basically kind of like Spartacus. You'll get attached to it and you want to keep watching.
Spartacus, I really enjoyed. I thought that was good. Except the guy
Spartacus
died.
The one with Lucy Lawless?
The one,
Yeah.
the original guy.
I need to watch that.
Was awesome, and then he just up and got brain cancer, right, and died that first year. So then the second season, they ended up with another guy that filled in, but it kind of grew on you to where you got emotionally. They had it set so you kind of got emotionally involved. Keegan's old Games of Thrones is still flipping going.
Well, they finished Games of Thrones, and they're in their prequel now, Keek.
Oh,
And yeah, the whole Daemon Targaryen thing. Oh, you spend all season wondering how that was going to come to a head. Now it's pretty awesome.
there you go, Keegan. It's a prequel. And Wormwood says somebody, I don't know who it is, Tara Green goes to the future. He was all giddy.
Sees the future.
Or sees the future.
I don't know. I've never watched any of it, so I mean, I've seen bits and pieces up on like TikTok and things like that. But
we missed a lot of good shows. People said Yellowstone is a good show. I never got a chance to see it.
They have like 3 or 4 different ones that kind of take place. There's like one that's supposed to be like how the family actually started or something like that.
I like the Peaky Blinders. I started watching that.
I want to watch that. Lily's just finished the series and she loved it.
Yeah, I thought everyone I saw was good. It just, I don't know, it was something different too. But I haven't seen all of it. But the guy who played the main character he did a really good job.
I like wearing the newspaper boy caps like are in Peaky Blinders. And so that's honestly, that's one of the reasons why I want to watch it, is because I enjoy wearing the hats. I'm sorry, David, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Yeah. My wife and I just finished off Last Kingdom, which was mostly pretty good. It finished off with a movie.
Last Kingdom, why does that sound familiar?
It takes place during the Danish invasion of England. So the Anglo-Saxons are fighting the Danes.
Oh, maybe not.
Many Wormwood says, as far as Game of Thrones goes, shame, shame, shame on us. But he does say Peaky Blinders. Shame, shame, shame.
Well, every time you do shame, you got to ring the bell. So it's shame.
Hey, I got a cowbell.
There you go.
But you might want to explain why you have one, so they don't think we're into some freaky stuff or something. Come on, Ashley, explain that.
So our hockey team is called the Rough Riders up here,
which is embarrassing.
Yeah,
the name is embarrassing, but they give you the little cowbells.
Yeah, we got them for the kids.
You always say it's embarrassing, but there's 2 Canadian football teams that have the exact same name, which was the Rough Riders. So obviously, it's really good.
Yeah, you don't want to get slapped by the hat. Many warm up for sure.
Razors in them?
Yeah, they had razor blades in the bills of their hats. When they whack people with it, you hit your knife, blind you. Peaky Blinders. The Last Kingdom rocks. See, we just haven't had a chance to watch a lot of that. But that's okay. We can live through you guys, right?
Yeah.
Telemachus says everything needs more cowbells. See, Telemachus, I'm just sitting here. As soon as she said that in my mind, I'm like, Ashley, with all these people in the room, you say, oh, yeah, we have a cowbell.
We have perverts friends.
I know some of them are going to be thinking, that's some weird old role playing. So, yeah.
I got a fever. And the only prescription is more cowbell.
I love you more than ever. Okay. Anyways. Cowbells, yeah. Stop painting minis and watch the shows. I can't mini Warmut. If I have to make a decision, honestly, over the television or
we don't really watch TV very often anymore.
I just default to the hobby.
Well, pretty much the only quote TV we watch is when we put any of everyone else on. We'll put it on through YouTube predominantly.
Yeah, I'm just not into watching too much television. Or on the phone. I don't know why everybody likes to watch things on the phone. It's too small a screen. I mean, I guess, but my phone's more a computer you talk to than it is a phone anymore.
I watch a lot of stuff on the phone and the tablet just because of the travel lifestyle now. So, like, when I'm headed to work on a bus or a plane, I can download, several episodes on Hulu or whatever and watch it while I'm traveling.
Well, that makes sense because you're traveling. I just meant like in your house.
Oh, yeah.
You have a TV or the phone, and people will sit there on the couch with a 60-inch TV and watch the show on their phone.
Yeah,
Yeah, I just, to me, I guess I'd rather see it on the bigger screen.
Sometimes
Especially
you
after you
watch
paid all that money for
inappropriate things, though, and you have a kid around. So,
I'm sorry,
know.
what'd you say, David?
so sometimes you're watching things that aren't really kid appropriate, and you want to do that on your phone and not on the
That
big
is
screen.
so
Oh,
fair.
yeah, gotcha.
That is so fair.
Accidentally cast it to the TV in the front
Oops.
room, and your wife's all, "What are you doing back there, David?" Oh, well, research for historical gaming. No. Yeah. Damn technology! It automatically connected to the TV in the front room.
Especially circling back to our Game of Thrones discussion.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
If you're backed into a corner about watching those kinds of things, David, and they're asked, just say, "I'm trying to learn things to help improve our relationship. I want to do better for you."
That's right.
You really think that works on women?
I don't know, but it's worth a try, right? You can just throw it out there. Help me, Mythos. We can just throw it out there. No.
He probably lives close to woods.
Many Mormons. So he's watching the last season of the Umbrella Academy.
I heard
Ooh.
that's good too.
I don't know, you guys. We just don't got time to do a whole bunch of that. I mean, I don't know. Plus, I want to focus more on doing more podcasts. David and many more and Mythos. I really enjoyed doing those, and I like the feedback I got when we were doing them. And so,
Let's do it more then.
Podbean, Mythos. There used to be like a link where if you referred a friend, they got like $10 or something, and you got $10 credit or something. I can't find it. I can ask them, but if you're going to do a podcast, I'd say just go through them, just because it's pretty well set up. And you travel a lot, so you could do a live from your phone.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
So
and people can call in basically and chit chat with you.
You can set it to have them call in. You can ask Keegan, though we've mentioned this before, because I had a couple people that would call in. One guy was, I don't know, was way out there, but he called in on every show, and it was kind of scary but interesting. So, yeah. You know what I mean? You're like,
He's not joking.
I don't know what to say to your comments, so we'll just continue forward. And your mind is like, just keep going, Greg. And
don't show weakness.
But you can shut that off too. And I mean, it's like, I want to say it's $15 or $17 a month is all. But you could. It's free for your listeners or you. But if you want to do podcasting, you want to do it. It's so limited on what you do free, it's not worth it. I mean, it's just not. So you can even do video podcasting on there if you want to pay more, but because we do it here, I don't worry about that. But I've had pretty good success with them. There's another one, Spreaker. It's called Spreaker. I use that too because it sends it to iHeartRadio, where we got a show on iHeartRadio and on Spotify.
And
so it'll broadcast those, Audible, Google Podcasts, and all that. But Podbean gives you a lot of options, Mythos, you were talking about. But you can do it all from your phone remotely. You could be sitting at the hotel, and if you want to do a show, you could just hit do it live. I'd be notified you're doing a show.
Yeah, whoever's following you.
Yep.
So funny you mentioned that, and this is going to sound a little sappy, and this is definitely not meant to be a head in the gutter moment. But last week, I listened to, I was there in your comment section of your show on Sunday, right? And then I flew out on Monday and just basically spent like all of that day in airports or on planes, right? And then at the end of the night, I got to my hotel in Buffalo, and in the morning, I rented a car and just kind of made the couple-hour drive from Buffalo to Toronto, which, by the way, worked out great because it's way easier to go across the border in a car than it is in the air, going through the airport thing. But anyways, I was feeling, sometimes when I'm traveling, I feel kind of like alone, none of my friends to talk to, or none of the fam, anything like that. So even though I had just listened to your show like 2 days ago, while I was driving into Canada, I put on your podcast version of the same show you did on Sunday Just so that way I can have the sound of my friends in the car, you know?
That's cool. Thank you. Well, so that's, I mean, see, and that's the one thing with this Restream is you can download your audio from your video and it will separate it. Then you can use like Audacity and turn it around and convert it to an MP3 and then upload it as a podcast. Except for now, it'll send it. I got shut off because it sends it over to YouTube. And so I think people are wondering, wait, why is there
Yeah, it's popping up.
video and audio? But it gives people the option, like you just did, to use the audio if you want. So this Restream, I kind of use it in conjunction with the other because it kills two birds at the same time, type of thing. Why? I shouldn't talk about killing birds. My last name is Finch, so I just feel bad about that. But anyways, we could talk more about it or something, and I'll see if I can find that link so we could get credit. I couldn't find it the other day unless they moved it. But man, there's so many options with it. And I just like the fact that people can call in live. If you want to make it a live call-in show, you can. Just by turning it on. And it'll bring in, I think, 5 callers or 6.
6, I believe.
Yeah. So that would be pretty good.
And
too.
one of them will be crazy.
One of them might be. We have one guy that shows up that's all the time. His name's iDoc. He's really cool. But the other one, I have no idea what realm he's from. Like, it's just it's there, but it adds a little bit of spice to it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it
100%.
makes it interesting. But anyways, hanging out together, that's what's fun. And if you do a podcast meet, those, I'll back you on that too. They're just kind of fun to do.
I plan on doing that with my brother, Razzie, and I need to check to see with him if he's available this week for recording.
Well, good grief, you guys. We've been on for almost 2 hours. Are you doing okay, Mythos?
And
Your
Jingle
cat
has
is.
not moved.
Yep.
Cat. We got you on like 10 minutes before we started, like on backstage thing. You got your cat has been asleep this whole damn time.
It's moved a few times.
It's moved, so you know it's still breathing. But I mean, it's there. Like, just looks like a permanent fixture to Mythos. Oh wait, my side is sore from laying so long, so I'm gonna stretch and turn over. he's completely comfortable. And I will give you props, Mythos, because you know how you got your cat there, or you have baby, you ever put a baby up on your shoulder, you got to try to stay awake.
Mm-hmm.
You have to stay awake the whole show. So
That definitely, I think, it's just because I've been chatting and active. If we were over on the comfortable couch in front of the TV and he was doing this, I'd be out.
you'd be out. Yeah. At least, Mythos, just look at him. He just looks so completely
Relax.
I'm home and I don't have to do any of this crazy
Yeah,
stuff.
pretty much.
The cat loves me.
I got a cuddle buddy.
And David's accomplished a lot there, so
I'll move some paint around.
yeah. I remember when you did lots of your streams building tanks.
Yeah,
Yep.
those are fun. Now that I have my space back in pretty good shape, I might do that again.
It helps if you have just a little area to do your stuff in at where
We got to build those mummies and Romans. We finally got glue back. So maybe Thursday I'll go and throw up a live stream to build those while
That's
you're
cool.
at work.
you get to do a live stream while at work.
I've done it before. Actually, I think I was building the rest of the tanks, actually.
The ones you fell on. I'm glad they did that. They were okay. They were your babies. That's why I was concerned.
You're just going to dig yourself a deeper hole.
I'm just gonna continuously try to find a way out of it.
You're
That's my
not going to
mission.
be able to because you
That's
laughed.
my mission.
And then you went, oh God, you fell on the freaking miniatures. Then asked if I was okay.
Oh man, we tell Greg to put down the shovel. He went and got a caterpillar.
Pretty
Yeah.
much.
No,
A
I
backhoe.
don't need the shovel. We're just gonna dig this just a little bit deeper because I'm kind of tall, and we'll just do. Then we'll, but yeah, well, damn, this is fun, man. But thanks for listening while you were on the road, Mythos.
Oh, my pleasure.
That's cool. Did the audio come through pretty good then for you?
Oh, nice and clean. Yeah.
Yeah. Audacity is a free app, you guys, that you can download on your desktop. You can download on the phone, but I don't do editing on the phone. But and it works very well to clean up any kind of audio and convert it to something you can use. Because generally most audio is in the WAV format, which is huge. It takes up all this bandwidth. You got to convert it. I know they got MP4s, but MP3s upload better, cleaner, and faster.
Yeah.
And don't hog up resources either. So almost all of your podcasting platforms will use those.
Or
MP3.
even like high quality sound files are usually in MP3 as well.
Yeah. Not everybody takes the MP4 format either. And mostly that's for video, I noticed too. You can do it with MP4 video, but it's kind of like uploading at the highest resolution possible or just throwing it up at 720. Some of it's going to load better and faster.
Audacity hasn't changed in 24 years, I swear.
Audacity? Actually,
Yeah, I put it on my computer recently to record some songs I was working on.
Man,
and it's exactly the same.
Yeah, but there's more options. So make sure you get the most current version because it does a lot now that it didn't do 10 years ago.
I just mean if you learn to use it once, you can always use it again because everything is exactly the same. It's so nice. I hate it when things change. I hate it when things change. Programs change. Anyway, I like to know that I knew how to do it once and I could do it again.
We'll have to share that.
Audacity's great.
Ashley on the floor would be a good look for saying coffee titled Ashley's Crash. Yeah. There you go. She just stared at me. Why you stare at me? That's Charles.
You laughed.
Oh, well. Crap. I'm supposed to be able to. I'm entitled to a sense of humor. Right?
That could be another coffee cup right there. Hobby until the caffeine crash.
Yeah. Don't settle for less. Don't let this be you. Crash. Get Ashley's new improved cup. There you go. Something like that. Oh, if that fucker breaks, you're in trouble.
I'm not even leaning.
Don't. And I just used the F word because I heard that break sound. Don't do that. Good God. We just bought the chair. And Mythos pitched in on it. So it's his money you're wasting too. Apologize about the F word. I'm sorry. Generally, I don't do that.
I was shocked.
Yeah, generally I do. Well, I heard that you hear it bind and snap there, David. And I'm thinking, no. Then people are going to go, oh, you're staging it. I'm not staging you breaking chairs. And those who will broken chairs will have great power. You need to also be careful with that.
Greg, my virgin ears will never be as innocent as they once were.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Mm-hmm.
I'll try
No,
to keep
he's
it.
heard Keegan ask. Never mind. I'm going to shut up.
Minnie Wormwood says, title of the show, Ashley's Corner. She'll feel at home. It's too bad your name wasn't Betty, because then we could call you Bouncing Betty. Nope.
Like the grades?
Yeah, like the old Vietnam War traps. No? You recovered nicely. You're okay. That's the main thing. Second main thing, because you're more important, is the miniatures are okay. And
More important, you freaking asked if the miniatures were okay first.
that's a lot of money, babe, on the floor. I didn't want them broke.
Not if your wife's okay and you laugh.
It's the poverty mindset. Oh my God, that's $128 she just fell on, and I can't afford to redo it. So I had to.
Oh, in Greg's defense, roles reversed.
What's funny is he would not, if it was my miniatures, any of my Tyranids or my tanks, he would not have said a damn thing about that.
Hold on a second. In Warhammer, if you take out your own forces, that's your own
See?
thing. Anyways, go ahead, Mythos.
In Greg's defense, 100%. If Greg were the one to fall, I honestly believe you would have also laughed before checking on you.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I wouldn't. But I would make sure he was okay once I was able to breathe again before the damn miniatures.
It's okay.
That is a really good plan, Charles.
That's a good idea, Charles. Yeah. So the coffee thing is kind of that we did, Charles. It's kind of just what other people suggested for us, but it's not really like going gangbusters. So it's probably our fault too because we probably don't talk about it as much as we should. I don't advertise it. I need to actually advertise the website.
I
But it
mean,
was
what we
more or
have
less-
is basically the top. Is that our store one?
What?
The top left. Is that our store or is that Buy Me a Coffee?
Why is that one there? I think that.
I think we
defaulted.
put it up when Mythos asked,
Yeah.
and we never changed it over. I put our
Generally, I'll have to replace that. The little.
Go over
QR
the QR
code.
code.
That's the one thing with Restream too. I like. See, look. So.
Yeah.
There we go. So I changed the QR code back to see where it says grab your coffee. So see, Mythos, like if you wanted to try to promote your merchandise, you really don't have to say anything. You just put the QR code up there. Although it has a bigger one too. Like, but this I don't use this because you'll see why. See how that
takes up the whole bottom of the page.
takes up the whole bottom. But I like the little QR code because you can move it
Yeah,
around.
because it stays pretty much little.
And you can take notes. So if you want to put notes up, it's cool. I really like this software. I think it's good.
That is cool.
Charles says, no, not Betty, never. His ex is a Betty. Oh, I'm sorry, Charles. I won't change Ashley's name. Keegan says it should be scrolling across the bottom the entire time. I guess I could.
Here, let me see the mouse.
Ugh. But yeah. What are you doing? Oh, you're going to go over and try to do something. Yep, and Lingster has merch here. I know we showed it up before, Lingster, but I'll do it again for you. So he partnered with Aries Games so you can get, I got Richthofen's playing.
Nice.
So this coffee cup's World War One, the Red Baron. But you can check out his website too. So he's got some cool stuff up there.
I always thought the Red Baron was cool.
This is just a nice mug. It's really nicer than what the camera shows. It's pretty big, see? Pretty nice graphic on it. Oh, I see what you're doing. Nope, you got the wrong one.
Wrong one.
Go up here.
That one.
Click it.
I did. There it goes. Oh. There. Like that,
Yeah.
Keegan?
That's probably what you meant.
Alright, there's a keyboard.
So anyways, yeah, that one there was dedicated to. How do I like my wings mug? Actually, this is I got the nice big size mug. It holds pretty good amount of coffee. And over on the side,
Actually,
which
it's
you can't
like
see,
heavy too.
as I got a coffee warmer. So it's a very nice mug, Johnny. And they're worth the money. The only thing is with everything, if you're gonna spend something, it was worth the money I spent on it. So good job. Plus it's Aries. So and Aries gave us the Kings and Assassins a while back to
Yeah, and our granddaughters were mad at us.
well, we gave that away, yeah. May Warman's going to be painting all the Vikings and Saxons for the challenge. We're going to do it. We told you before there, Mini Warman. Well, also, I'm going to probably paint those Romans and throw those in because we got to have something. King Alfred arrived yesterday.
That sounds really cool, Brian.
Mm-hmm.
What you looking for, Ash? Oh. Yeah, it's coming out good there, man.
All you need is Utrecht. You're good to go.
Ragnar, Team Yankee. We got enough Team Yankee stuff. Actually, Keegan, what we need is some of the buildings, just for variety. Yeah, Keegan's here, Mini Wormut. Mythos is still awake, although that cat looks comatose. So, Mini Wormut, when you make your video, you're just being for your painting challenge, just to do a roll call. I mean, you could obviously put our names on there for the roll call, unless you want us to go ahead and, I mean, I'll watch it and thumbs up it and stuff, but if you want us to list that it's us, we'll do that too.
Oh yeah, I need to get the boxes of BattleTech from my friend, so that way I can plan out what I'm going to vow.
So he's giving you a whole lance, you said?
Well, I'm going to be painting up all 5 or 6 lances, but I don't know how much of that I want to do just in the month for the challenge.
Yeah. I'm just going to add a couple extra tanks that I have. I actually primed them last night. So a lot depends on time-wise what I got, but challenges are nice to get you up and going because it makes you try to, prioritize it.
Absolutely.
And I'm okay, Mythos, unless because, it doesn't get dark till way late. I'm good, but if I hear that ice cream truck music outside, I'm done. I'm going to go get me a Choco Taco, and then I have to wait a minute to get back to it. And I ordered me some more magnets, you guys, because, these eliminators I realized I have no magnets, so I hit eBay up and ordered some more magnets. Because remember that case I showed you, Mythos, where I got them all magnetized in there? So all my Warhammer stuff is got magnets so I can put it in the case. And I still got a few of them left to do, but the primary ones I play with, I want to make sure. Plus, the magnets add a little bit of weight to the base. I kind of like that.
Oh, yeah. I've been slowly doing that to my armies, too. I've had too much stuff broken in cases. And so I found these cool little, jingle. I'm going to lean forward. So like the bottom of this guardsman here.
Yeah.
It's like a flat magnet that covers the entire base.
Oh, nice.
And
where did you get those from? Is it like
so you can get them from Green Stuff World, and I've got an order coming in from Temu where you can get like 120 of them for $5, which I'm trying right now.
Well, if I'd have known that, I would have done that instead. So Green Stuff World, right?
Yeah, Green Stuff World, real nice.
Okay. So we'll have to go to Green Stuff. I like Green Stuff World, some of their stuff anyways, but I didn't see those. Because that would have been perfect. These are recessed, though, on these eliminators. So those other magnets, they'll work here. But I can still get it and put it in there for the work.
And then I found these, sheets about this long and about this wide.
Yeah.
For like $6 on Amazon of just like real thin metal sheets. And you can store a bunch of minis on just that sheet. And I Gorilla Glue that into a plastic carrying tub. Works perfectly.
Nice. Does that work better, you think, than the magnetic sheet in the case?
It depends on the magnetic sheet. So I've tried the flexible black magnetic sheets.
Oh, the link I sent you?
Yeah, I don't think it was the exact one, but it was very similar. And those work okay, but they're not as grippy to the magnets as I like. When I started using the little aluminum sheet, that seemed to work out a much stronger bond between the magnet and the metal.
Yeah, because the flexible sheet does work, but generally I have to put 2 magnets on a base and then it clings.
Yeah, it'll clink, but then even then it's like if you shake your box around on the black magnet pad, I get still more movement than if I just clink it to the aluminum sheet. And for the cost, $6 per metal sheet. I think you can't beat that.
No, because look at the prices of some of these carrying cases. Or I can't remember the company I saw, but theirs was like clear plastic see-through display cases to carry your guys in, and it's like
It's all magnetic, and you can
Yeah,
flip them upside down.
it's
and
a
all
lot
that.
of
Oh, yeah.
yeah. But all these things are very expensive too. My $12 cupcake holder from Walmart, huge, flat with lockable top and a handle, folds down so you can stack as many of them on as you want. I put the magnet sheets in there and they work great.
Right there.
Nice.
Oh yeah, at the top.
Right there. Actually, right now they're not connected, but yeah, you can connect both of them. We have before.
They'll lock together.
Yep.
It's kind of interesting. But it was just a cupcake holder, so you
Reese!
just take the centerpiece out.
My brother, Darklight Dreamer, is in the chat. Good evening, my brother. That's the brother I'll be doing the podcast with whenever we get up and running.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
And
Lanchnet, how are you doing, sir?
Yeah. Reese is up
Reese is on.
ours. Why isn't it popping up over
I
there?
don't know. It's not popping up here yet.
Huh. He said it before.
It's all good. It'll show up eventually.
65
So if
to
you're
800
getting ready to do
minutes.
a podcast with the other person, and you, even on the phone, it has basic editing on Podbean, even on the inside your Podbean app. So you do your podcast, you can cut sections out. It has some basic editing tools also, Mythos.
Nice.
And walkabout. Walkabout's back.
There, good grief, Ash.
Tongue twister. Yay.
Is that your caffeine crash?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, Reese is here, is what everybody's saying, but I don't see him.
Yeah, it didn't pop up on our end. That's the weird part.
Where's he at though, as far as on YouTube?
Yeah.
Huh.
So I'm okay. I'm not the only one who saw them.
Yep. It's all good. Yeah, Vinny Warmut's still here. Walkabout. He hasn't left to go eat yet.
Darklight Dreamer says it's a nice quiet day at work. I think I'm probably going to finish this entire book by the time I clock out today. How are you all doing?
Wow. I am jealous of him. If he can read at work, he's lucky.
Sundays are usually his quiet
It
days.
must be a ghost.
Sundays. Oh, is it usually slow then?
Yeah.
Yeah, for some reason, Reese, you are not popping up in the chat at all.
You're on my YouTube channel, but not in the chat.
That's weird.
That is weird.
This technology. That's why IT departments make all the money they do.
Charles is still there.
Yeah, we're glad you're still there, Charles. And Charles has a whole lot going on tonight too. It sounds like.
He gonna party like it's never mind.
Party like you have bell money, and then when you wake up in the morning, you realize you don't have bell money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Darklight says his workplace is busy AF every day except Sunday.
Well, how's your work on Sunday, Ashley? You do security work. Is it busy or?
I did a whole whooping like 6 trucks. I spent my whole day up on YouTube watching movies.
How are you getting paid to watch movies? I actually have to work.
I lost brain cells watching the movies I watched.
God. Here she comes home all tired. You know why she's tired? Your eyes.
I was trying to stay away.
Your eyes are getting burned staring at screens all day.
No, Reason didn't.
What's he asking?
He said, "Does this one work?"
No. We know
It's
you're
been a
there.
relaxing day here, Darklight.
Oh.
See, I don't know about your security stuff, Mythos, but when I did security, literally it was armed security.
Mhm.
It was not.
But
Very
I
safe.
technically guard a cornmeal. You really think anyone's gonna go and try to rob a cornmeal?
Depends on how hungry they are. What if they like cornbread?
It's not that kind of corn. It's feed corn.
Oh, man. Charles is hiding in his room, he says. Grandkids and a bunch of their cousins, so he's hiding in his room. Nice, Charles. Keegan's
Dark
right.
Knight-
I'm training. You want me to have my weekends? I got to train this guy.
Wait a second. How are you training people if you're watching videos?
I'm training him to watch videos right now.
Dark Light says, I don't get paid to work on
yesterday,
Sunday. I get paid to be
hell.
available.
It was just today, for some reason, was dead.
When I come home from work and she goes, "You look tired, babe," I'll be like, "Well, it's 101 today. I've been using a chainsaw most of the day, standing in the back of a truck, reaching up with a pole saw, cutting trees, and she's watching movies." Okay. Many Warmuts, I see dead people. Hey, Reese, as long as you're in this realm, we know you're there. I don't know why it's not showing up in this chat, but it is showing up.
Yeah, it's
Ashley
not.
checked our channel. He's there.
Yeah, popping up on our YouTube.
No.
I just realized that Ashley and I work on opposite ends. Because I was just mentioning earlier today that on the trips I've been on, I've had to walk in and bust officers watching movies on their tablets while they're at work.
But I'm not really. I mean, a guard, yes, but not really.
So
I'm sitting at a desk checking in trucks.
But let me get this straight. You're responsible for the safety of part of our food supply. And
it's not our supply. It goes to feed.
And we eat the cows that goes to feed.
I don't have nothing to do in the
this
plant.
is why we're in trouble as a country.
I have absolutely nothing to do with the plant. So if it screws up in there, I have no say.
Actually, you're like pulling a political thing. You're just backpedaling.
No, I'm serious. I have no say what happens on the plant.
Many more months.
As long as I write down the trucks that come in. That's literally my job.
Many more months mocking me. Oh, boo-hoo, Greg. Yeah. No, it's okay. Hey, Tabletop Date Night. How are you? How is you and your family tonight? Me and the wife are just having a conversation about who works harder, apparently.
I don't. I'll admit that. I don't.
I'm watching TV. I don't even know.
Today, I watched 3 movies.
I'm telling you, my version of security work was a little different. It was not...
You are armed security. I sit behind a desk writing down truck numbers. There's a big difference.
Yep. I used to chase coyotes when I worked security.
Chase coyotes?
Yep. That was the action-packed nights for me. Walk around the hotel and chase coyotes for fun.
Careful, Greg. You're about one story away from a back in my day story.
Yeah.
We'll have to put you out on the porch with the shotgun.
No, he would.
Huh? No, I won't do that. I just think it's funny that it's all right.
What the fuck?
No, if you get food poisoning, we blame Ashley. Thanks, Charles. And Tabletop Date Nights. I don't know what I walked into. I think I'm staying out of that conversation. Yeah, we have fun in our relationship. It's more
bickering.
No, you just got to have a sense of humor, to get by with stuff. It works better that way.
Nah, you have to have bickering in a relationship, or there's something else going on.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah, walkabouts. At least they gave you a gun, Greg. Well, I hope so. As armed security was pretty dangerous. What I did, we used to have to. We had what was called DB patrol, which was for dead bodies. So where I worked was not safe places or gang infested places, and it was not. There's no way I could sit and watch TV. I'd be dead. Literally, it was bad place.
We lived in California.
Yeah, it was bad.
We live now in Iowa. In the middle of freaking nowhere.
Hiawatha is not nowhere. We're not in the middle of nowhere. You also thought when I've talked to you about Paul Revere that he's the guy that owns the pizza place.
It's not a lie.
I was talking about Paul Revere. So, anyways, yeah. So we're just having fun tabletop. Hopefully you and your family's doing good. It's a good thing they did the
Wait,
walkabout
Keegan
games.
Works?
Back in the day, he had to work.
I
Keegan?
mean, with all the rain and snow, I didn't know he worked.
He works now.
Now?
Lots of busy now. Except he gets home earlier, so I think that's a good deal. It really is.
And doesn't have to leave as early.
And poor Mythos, they got to get you to where you're not flying you all over the place so you can do more gaming. But if you're going to do podcasts, I'm telling you, that's a good job to do for it.
Oh
You're
yeah,
in Wisconsin.
I'm definitely probably going to use Podbean at your recommendation.
Well, check out what you want, but I'm just telling
Cow
you.
gangs.
Plus, it'll let you
Carl.
know. It'll let you know everything. Mythos, it's pretty good. Cow gangs. Yeah, we're doing the Yellowstone thing. We're going to rustle up, bad guys. And Wisconsin tabletop, don't they have Wisconsin Dells? We've been there. That's kind of a fun place.
Okay, Walkabout kind of got us beat on that one.
Okay, you win Walkabout. We can't compete with you working in a meth-infested library. So you're good.
Darklight says, I take the bus in a place the locals lovingly called Guns Point, which is real. Can you guys bring some of that armed security my way?
Yeah. I'm telling you,
Actually, I don't mean to put your business out there, Darklight, but that area, that neighborhood is rough. And actually, on the bus there, once someone tried to mug Darklight, and Darklight busted his forehead in and fought him off and was not mugged. So that was pretty awesome.
Jeez.
Happy
well, you got to do something. You can't just let them do that.
The guy reached and grabbed his collar and snatched him in, for the first move. And when he pulled him in, Darklight went for a headbutt and just smacked his whole forehead, nose area in.
Well, we're glad that you're okay and you're alive still.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. Is he doing okay watching this show? You might think it's a bit dysfunctional.
When is our show ever
How much
punctual?
paint did they all smell while they're doing their miniatures? Charles says the Prairie Dog Mafia. Yeah. Mini warm-up. Yeah, hauling those bags are heavy, all that. Those bags of seed are actually very heavy, too. Yeah.
Although I got to say, carrying the bags of cedar probably smells better than carrying the bags of manure.
Yeah.
Probably.
So tabletop date night says they are in. Oh, he was in Adele. They were in Adele's this summer. You're still out of money from that? Yeah. It's
expensive.
It's a fun place, especially to go with the kids, though.
Well, we spent what? Right about $2,000 just going up to Missouri on everything. The car, the hotel, food.
Well, by the time you get done with everything.
Buying everything and gas.
Mini Warmites has to carry bags of manure, so he loves the smell of manure in the morning. I'll tell you what, Mini Warmite, I have to clean the lift station. You know what a lift station is? Lift station is where all the sewage goes to, and it lifts it up to the city street. So there's a catch basin in there, and it catches, well, I can't even tell you on the show what it catches. Let's just say it's not nice things in this basket. And you got to clean that. So when I tell you I deal with people's crap every day, literally I do in the morning. So it's not fun. And it's not the smell of money, Keegan. It's just a bad smell. No one messes with Darklight. He says it in a Zohan voice.
You know who Zohan is?
Yes, I do know who Zohan is. I watched the movie.
I don't.
What?
I don't.
You've never. Oh, you gotta go. It's an Adam Sandler movie. The movies Don't Mess with Zohan. You will be dying laughing.
It's just stupidly dumb movie. Although Paul was an interesting movie, and I lost brain cells watching it, but it was funny. Charles says he went to the Dells in Wisconsin when he was little.
All right, Reese, take care. Stay safe.
Oh, yeah,
Storms
Reese.
are rolling in. Gotta go.
All right, well, take care. We know what that's like, sir. Poor Reese. He's in a. We get the areas we live in. Sometimes everything's okay, and then in a minute or two, it's just nasty.
Yeah.
Walkabout had a guy come after him with the chainsaw he just stole.
Oh, that's
Good
good.
God. Yep. People are doing crazy stuff these days too.
Firewatch duty.
Let's see. Yeah, launched it. So it's an interesting thing. Oh, Tabletop says he likes it at the end when you fight the fire at the end of the movie, like punching and kicking it.
Ew. Mini Wormut says, try eating soggy dog crap whipped up from the line trimmer.
Ooh,
Ew.
I know what that's like
Ew.
because when I'm weed eating around like the stacks, the utilities in the yards, and people let their dogs go out and do their business, and you're weeding and flows that stuff
Ew.
at you. No, I know exactly what you're talking about. It's not. It's not like you got free chocolate raining out of the sky. It's
Oh,
really bad
don't
stuff.
ruin chocolate.
It's really bad.
Darklight says the only casualty he took from the mugging was a face wound on the bridge of his nose where the bridge of his glasses embedded into his face from the impact of the headbutt. And he says,
yeah.
my glasses have also been falling apart since then.
Hey, since it happened on the job, will the company replace his glasses?
No, it was on the bus to get to his job.
Oh, on the bus.
Oh, that's bullshit.
Yeah. Well, at least you're okay, Dark.
Yeah,
at least
that's all that matters.
you're doing good.
It's funny because the guy was trying to take his stuff, and at the end, the guy was like trying to hand him stuff out of his bag to just leave him alone.
Oh no.
Are we good, man? We good? I got a shirt here, man. I'll give it to you out of my bag.
I don't know. Weird things happen. And dangerous things happen. People will laugh at security guards, but they don't realize that security guards get put in sometimes really bad situations for little to no money and no backup.
Yeah.
So,
I think Keegan's got a point. Keegan says that for Mini Wormut, the smell of manure equals the smell of money. For you, Greg, the smell of sewage is just something you have to deal with, but no extra
yeah,
money.
that's true. Well, Mini Wormut gets paid more than I do. He owns his own company. He can also get mad at himself and send himself home for the day to think about what he was doing on the job. That's what I would do if I owned my own company. I'd send myself home and teach myself a lesson. Yeah, there you go. Lanchnit's got a comment for you, Mini Wormut. Great chat. He says, great chat. Now I'm behind on my painting. Thanks, Axe Annex.
David's like, I haven't even said anything, damn it.
The few words David says incites an entire conversation. Yeah.
Yeah. I made a mistake. Darklight says it was at the bus stop, not on the bus. But he said, I keep that shirt as a trophy. I didn't know you kept the shirt. That's hilarious.
Oh, by the
Way
way,
to do it.
tabletop date night. We hope you guys come back. We're really just kind of sometimes a little bit off the wall.
Give
It was
You
nice
give
to meet
yourself
you.
paid
Tabletop
administration, Dave.
date night.
There you go.
This is a good idea. Going to work and say, that's it, I've had it. Today I identify as the CEO and I expect to be treated that way.
Right. Charles is glad he's retired.
Yeah. See, Charles, you're living a life now, man. You're retired. You're traveling the countryside. I know you call it your backyard where you paint the minis, but still, I would go a countryside. It sounds more better.
Painting minis in the countryside.
That's right.
I don't think I'm going to get any painting done tonight, guys.
Huh?
I said, I don't think I'm going to get any painting done tonight.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I think you're going to go to sleep here with the cat pretty soon there, Mythos. I'm giving you props for hanging in there. Mini Warmouth says, at tabletop date night, them people are nuts. Yeah, we are. Just a little.
But that's why he keeps coming back, right?
Because Mini Warmouth's nuts too. We just all have our issues. We work together. Iowa folks are special. Thanks, Mini Warmouth. We are.
We're proud of it.
We're former.
Now be careful there, Minnie. Because if tabletop's up in Wisconsin, that's not much. It's only a couple-hour drive to the border.
We're all good. I don't mind being special. I don't want to be normal. I told you guys that before. I don't want to be classified as normal. Keep me out of that category. I like to have fun.
Well, what's considered normal nowadays?
Crazy stuff.
Exactly.
How many more months? Here you go, meet those. He's trying to tell him. He just says, "I won't say anything about the dude petting that cat." I think your cat's got more attention out of the whole show than anything else. See, when you're done, you can tell your wife, say, "Lily, I know they kept me up for 6 hours, but it's worth it. The cat's everyone knows the cat now." So now you start getting in the mail cat food donations. We should do that.
Congrats on the new job, Lanchnet.
Yeah.
Wow, Lanchette, that's cool. You're gonna like that because you won't have the headache of the claims. Claims adjuster has got a lot of headaches to deal with.
Darklight said, "I want to be a CEO one day. Are you drinking on the job?" I cleared it with corporate.
Yeah, there you go.
That's good. I cleared it.
I tried to get all my shopping done early with all the nutcases walking up from the drug state from the night before.
Minnie Wormut's obsessed with your cat, Mythos.
He's just jealous because he doesn't have a cat that will crawl up on him and love him like Mythos does.
Mhm.
Apparently, the way I pet this cat screams evil.
Yeah,
It is. There we go. Dr. Evil with the bald head and everything.
Dr. Evil.
$100 million.
There you go.
Lanchnet, I think you can roll it over. They'll ask you if you're going to roll it over into an account, so you can roll it over, depending on who you go through. That's good though that you're getting out of that. Honestly, I didn't do it as long as you. I had my fair share of riding all those auto claims. It was crazy, especially after hailstorms and all that stuff.
Oh, we just had one of those recently. It destroyed our airport slightly. A hailstorm.
Hail does a terrible amount.
It just went through a couple stories.
That's so wrong.
Oh, that's screwed up there, Brian.
But Tabletop says, but the cat isn't bald yet. Give it time, Tabletop. He keeps petting in the same area, it's going to lose the fur.
That's why he keeps getting up and rotating.
That's why he's rotating. Wait
Well,
a minute.
Brian said no. He's more like Minnie.
I know. That's Brian being Brian. I guess Tabletop Date Night, you guys may not know, but Minnie Wormut there, the one with all the funny comments, he's doing a little painting competition in September. Well, just a little painting.
Actually, that's what I'm going to plan on taking out to camping with us in September. I'll have 3 days of no work and everything, and be left.
It sounds like,
alone.
babe, no offense, you have a week of no work. If you're watching,
I had one day that I wasn't busy.
But I was gonna say you could take your buddies with. Yeah, I hear David laughing in the background.
I had one day in the last 9 days that I've worked that I wasn't swamped.
No, Brian, you can show yourself to the door. You don't have to do that. You can stay.
Yes, Linkstar and Lanchneck, thank you both for your service, and also a big thanks to Greg for his service in law enforcement.
Oh, he's your big boy now.
Yeah.
But yeah, thanks, guys.
I just have to be able to keep you away from my snipers so that they can do their job.
Babe, I'm here by myself usually Thursdays or Fridays. You think if I was going to do something, I would have already done it? Charles
is worried that Mythos is over petting the cat. This is where it gets good. So random person joins and sees a live. The first thing they hear is Charles is worried about him over petting the cat. And they're like, I'm out of here. Done.
At least it's not the alternate name for a cat.
Yeah, that's true.
The cat's not bald yet. Eventually, hair replacement.
Oh my God. Plug for the cat?
Something like that. Good grief. I don't know.
Gotta love our weird shows.
You gotta have some fun.
I mean, fucking Brian. Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah. Well, you guys, it's been 2.5 hours of glorious fun. Are you okay, Mythos?
I'm
He's
good.
dozing.
Mythos,
No, I'm reading
Everybody-
Dark comment. He says right now he's reading a book called Diavola, a very good spooky book so far. Classic haunted house trope that a family takes a vacation together to Italy and stay at a house that's apparently haunted. That sounds cool.
Nice.
I'm currently reading the second book for me, the Darth Bane trilogy in Star Wars, and man, that guy is so overpowered. He's a little bit of a Mary Sue. Darklight Dreamer says.
Oh,
"There's some people
wow.
asked."
Johnny went there. And Lensker is gone. Leaving.
Okay.
Go
Oh,
play
is
a game
Lancer
with his
leaving?
wife.
All right,
Apparently,
Lanstead, thank you for stopping by. Charles, sorry to hear about your cousin passing away. Our
Yeah.
condolences on that, sir. Although Johnny's right. You wouldn't be on YouTube with petting a cat like that. You'd be on OnlyFans for that type of cat petting. Probably.
Darklight says about his haunted house book, says they're specifically asked not to open a particular door under any circumstance. So of course they do on like page 60. They open that door and now it's super haunted.
So why do people do that in these movies? Like, do you remember Eddie Murphy? He said one day in one of his older comedian, he just said one day, when people go in these haunted houses and the house says, "Get out," why do they stay?
Because they're dumbasses.
I mean, if I open the door and the house says, "Get out," I'm gone. I'm done. If you can keep the house, I'm not going to stay there no more. Or you go looking through a house where all the other lights are on in all the other homes, but your house is blacked out. So you're going to continue to walk through this dark place.
Yep.
On purpose.
Yep. Yeah. Well, just like some of these spiders that people are finding that are the size of people's heads. Nope. The spider owns the house now.
I'm out.
Listen, not all of Australia can move at once.
Somebody's important them, yeah. That's when you'd be showing yourself to the door.
They say because the plot needs it to happen.
That's true, tabletop. They do stay because the plot needs to happen. Because see, that's the problem with me. If I read those kind of stories, I'm like, "Get out! What are you doing? Why are you doing?" And I overanalyze it. So just don't do it. Do it very well.
That's probably a good point.
Because even with games, he will overanalyze what's the possibility, and it's like, just go, hurry up and roll.
I don't take that long.
Sometimes, babe, you do. If I shoot at this guy, what is this other one gonna do to me?
Darklight says there's a very modern reason why they don't leave the haunted house these days. Ghost, get out. The people. It's just 2024. You know how much I spent on this vacation?
I don't know. Certain things I would just stay away from and be like, "Oh, okay. If it's haunted, why are you going there?" And all these people are like, we've run across a few people like to go ghost hunting and chase stuff. I'm like, "No, that's cool. I'm good. You go ahead and chase those things. I'm fine. I got enough things to deal with other than agitate stuff I can't see."
I mean, when I was watching like Ghost Hunters and all that, when they first came out, they were actually mocking. It's like, dude, no.
Yeah, no.
No.
They're trying to get a response, and then no.
All right, Johnny, have a good day. Or I guess night, technically.
Good night, Lee.
All right. We'll try to let you know there, Johnny. We're just gonna try to do probably an introductory little video. Well, yeah. Well, we've been on for 2 hours and 40 minutes.
Yeah, and we promised a 2-year-old she could come back over.
Mythos' cat's been asleep we should go 10 more minutes because then it would be 3 hours for the cat being asleep live on air.
Right.
But anyways, yeah. So thank you, Mythos, for coming on and bringing your cat. That's cool. And David for coming on and bridling up the conversation. So
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, no, anytime, man. I mean, I like tabletop. Today's property market, I can't afford a non-haunted house. That's true.
So true.
Mini Warmut, shame on you. He says he's bailing too. The heavy cat petting is becoming too much. Poor guy.
That's Brian, though, for you.
All right. Well, thank you for stopping by Tabletop Date Night. We do talk about games. So you guys being a married couple into gaming, you're more than welcome. That's what we are. It just costs us twice as much to game as all.
Unfortunately.
Because there's two of us.
Now he complains about it all the time, but it's his fault for getting me into it.
I don't complain about it all the time. Not really. Why do you give me those kind of looks?
Because you're full of it.
No. Well, I won't, not yet. I haven't eaten any dinner. So.
Brian's having baked
ziti, huh?
Actually, that's what we had yesterday.
That's what Crystal made yesterday was ziti for dinner.
Very
all right.
nice.
We're going to let you guys go. Thanks again. And Mythos, talk to me anytime you want about that, but try Podbean. I'll see if I can find that link so we both get the $10, but if not, I would do it anyways. It's just a good platform. It's simple. You can always go other places, but it's easy to start.
So, all right, guys, until next week.
David,
bye.
For us at the border.
Bye.
Bye.
Take care, guys.